Oof. Okay, we are live now.
We are. Let me finish this match.
White v black. Okay, there we go. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to the Nova International Podcast, otherwise known as the NIP. Sometimes it might be Totally Inspirational Podcast, also known as the TIP. Yeah. Anyways, my name is Quentin. I have many nicknames. Fusion or Snail, something like that is the most common people use. Anyways, I'll let the other guests introduce yourself. Also, I'm one of the hosts here.
Well, hello, guys. I'm X.
Oh, yeah, y'all can't even see it. There we go.
They can't see me?
Yeah, here we go.
All right, there we go. All right, what's up, y'all? I'm X, most commonly known as X or X. That's not much to know about me, but other than that, let's get back to the other one. What you doing, little nigga?
There you call me little nigga. Alright, how y'all doing? My name is Elijah. Everybody call me Ollie. And do I say where I'm from or no?
Say what you want to say.
Nice to meet you. I'll be on the podcast.
Is this the ASMR video?
Yeah, like,
Shut
why
the
he
fuck
so
up.
close to the microphone? I'm like, yeah, my name is Elijah. Somebody call me Alan.
You know what?
I'm like,
You know what? You want to be loud, I'll be loud. Shoot.
I'm gonna say, like, you just set them. Ooh, how you guys doing?
Oh, come on now. I didn't know if I could. Because it's a
It's like you're trying to
microphone.
smooth talk somebody right now.
No.
exactly like, why you can't do this with no girls? Why you can't smooth talk no girls? You can smooth talk the microphone.
Because I'm used to around the microphone and stuff.
Oh, so you did this before?
No, I've been around microphones my whole life. My grandfather is a pastor of a church, so he got microphones and stuff and sound booth and stuff.
That's not what I was expecting when you was
You know what? What you expect?
Like,
What you expect?
I thought you were talking about he like be out there filming or rapping
No, like,
and
that's
stuff.
no. I would like to do filming and
Scenes or something.
photography and stuff. It seems like a fun job.
Well, all right, Q. What's what's going on with the top?
Oh, we can continue with this. What else you like doing? Like, you got you want to do acting or something?
No, not acting. I started taking pictures and being a photographer and stuff. It seems like a fun job.
What you want to take pictures of?
Just anything in the world.
He gonna be a porn recorder.
Oh hell nah, that nigga's
He
funny.
tried. He because most people be like, so I want to be a naturalist. Take pretty scenery and things.
We got a couple people on campus that might like that.
We can cook some OnlyFans producer, man.
What you mean?
Well, shoot, y'all seen the girl at FAMU who took that butt naked picture in front of the sign?
What happened?
Wait, what happened?
So it was this one girl. She took a butt naked graduation photo in front of FAMU. You know how we got
A graduation picture?
Yes. So she had on her cap, and I think her was it her stroke, the little tassels thing that you put around his tassels or whatever. And it was just her butt. In all this black glory, it was just like, wow, right there in front of the network FAMU University.
I would pull it up, but this is YouTube, so I don't know about that.
I can't say, oh yeah, we on YouTube, so I know they got certain guidelines and things, but I can't say.
You can say whatever.
Oh.
I don't care.
Oh,
I just can't show porn.
yeah, you might not want to. We ain't trying to get.
I mean, you can
clipped.
find it on Twitter, but obviously.
Yeah, it's
on Twitter.
But anyway,
And everything's on Twitter.
people were going in on her like. The OnlyFans creators were backing her up, and everybody else just like, "How can you do this to an institution?" And people, and of course, people trolling in the background. She got up at the ass crack of dawn. So it was just like, why? I get that you want to take like graduation photos and stuff like that, but why take it?
Did anybody see her take this
That's
picture?
the thing. Nobody knows when she took it. The photographer was there when she took it, obviously. She was like, anybody.
Was it like day outside?
Yes. It looked like it was really the ass cracker. It looked like it was morning, but it was like the sun was up. I was like, how can nobody see it? It's like, that's like somebody trying to go out to the Talladega College sign and going out there and taking a picture. Somebody gonna see you
In front of the
Police station
museum.
right there.
Right beside the police station.
And then it's the entrance, so like zoom, cars going in and out at any and every time. So yeah, fool, we just trying to just let us know. We'll find you somebody to take a picture of live shit.
I already got one in mind.
Oh, come on
I
now.
don't know if I can say that right now.
Let's just give him a nickname. Give him a nickname.
I don't want to hear no names. This is just a hobby. A hobby.
A hobby.
Yes.
Okay, what's your main goal in life then? If that's gonna be a hobby,
I really don't know. Wherever the world takes me. Whatever I go.
what if it takes you to your hobby?
Why you gotta say that? Shit, I'm gonna pursue it. If it takes me to my hobby, I'm gonna do it. I'll make the most out of it.
Oh, not you gonna be your only. All right, so y'all heard that he is looking for new content. He want to be OnlyFans producer.
I did not say this. You're saying this. I don't do this. I just take pictures of like get-togethers and shit like
His
that.
name is Ali. That's where you go. Go
Do
to
you
Ali.
have a camera?
No,
Have
not
you invested in the camera?
No,
Okay,
not.
But you got a $2,000 computer. You can't
Right.
get a
What are you
camera.
trying to say?
Why not get a
What are
camera?
priorities? Like,
Because situations that have come across my life, I couldn't really invest into a computer, not computer, a camera yet.
You invested into the computer.
Yeah, that's because I was working. I took a semester off and worked my ass off to get that computer.
So why you get a camera instead?
The camera. If it was gonna bring you money,
That is true.
is the computer bringing you money?
I can make it bring me money.
But
Nah,
is it?
Is it now?
No, not now.
Why not?
Haven't really fully invested into it yet. Like,
You gotta fully invest into it.
yeah, but like,
Even if it's like once a week. Just be consistent in something, you gonna grow.
Put like $20 towards it. Like whenever you get
A $20 camera?
No. Once you get paid or something. But then again, the question is, what type of extracurriculars do you do?
what are you trying to ask?
Is there anything stopping you from investing in the camera?
Yes, there is.
What?
Just doing certain things that I don't want to say on camera, and it's private.
So yeah, he participated in extracurriculars, as he just admitted.
I didn't admit it. I just said some other stuff.
Certain things you can't admit, can't
Yes,
say to on camera.
can't think.
But, like-
I can't say on camera.
If you invested that time into like the camera or computer, then you'll have more time for extracurricular. You'll have more money for extracurricular stuff
Yeah,
because you'll be bringing more money in.
That's true.
you know that's a real.
That can be a
bad problem
good.
with
That can be a
people on
good
this
side
campus.
job. You never know people on
I
campus
think that
might
just
need
a-
photographers and stuff.
For people in general,
What, they focus too much on their extracurriculars
Yeah.
and then complain they broke all the time. Like
Yeah.
that's
those
what
people.
normal people too, though.
yeah.
Not saying they not normal, but you know what I mean.
But nah, it's just like on this campus though, dude, you would not. I'm pretty sure you ran into somebody who you know do extracurriculars, and then they come to you after they get done doing those activities and be like, "Bro, you got a pack of noodles? Or
oh
you
yeah,
got $1 or something?"
especially in the new dome,
Right,
they be
like-
asking in group chats and everything.
I'd be like, "Why you? Asking
Y'all
me?
got some popcorn?
Why you asking me for food when you just got finished?
You just
doing-
put $20 on this. You can't buy a bag of
Right.
popcorn for $2.
And then had a couple of dollars to go get you some Rellos. Like, come on now.
But I do it too, but not extracurricular stuff. But like sometimes I just
Yeah.
be trying to relax instead of doing what I want or need to do to further my whatever I want to do. Like this podcast, I made the logo for this 2 years ago, but I ain't never started until now.
I was gonna say, look, it kept on getting postponed because we were supposed to do it yesterday. Then before
Yeah, it
yesterday,
kept
we
getting
were supposed to do
postponed.
it like that, huh?
Yeah, it kept getting postponed.
Yeah, I was like, this year we gonna do this. But then again, it is a serious problem with people when they and when I say extracurriculars, it matters different from people to people. Like my bad extracurricular is I'm very thirsty. Let's say that I drink. Yeah, I could drink a lot. So
Oh,
very-
okay, gotcha.
yeah, I could drink a lot. So yeah, that stops me from my, if I got to pay a bill or something. I'm like, yeah. And as Ali stated, he likes grass. So
Yes, grass is a very good.
you're very
A
nice.
Bulbasaur starter.
Yes.
Speaking of, ain't grass legal where you from?
Yes, it is legal where I'm from.
I say, how hard is that being out here? Just you can't enjoy your nature.
How legal is it though?
It's actually very legal that they have.
So, like, you can just be
dispensaries.
outside,
You can be
just
outside,
doing-
just chilling, smoking, and they just ride past, not really care.
Can I pass one to the police officer?
I wouldn't. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Why not?
That's just my opinion. I wouldn't give officers
I
a
think that'd be
blunt.
pretty cool. Just walk up to the police officer. Hey boy, stop there real quick. What up, officer? What's going on? You need to go to the other street, other boy out down the block, because whoever sold you that right there, that's some weak hill.
Do they have stores for it?
Yes, they do. Like
Have you ever bought from a store?
Oh, plenty of times.
What is the? Is it Orlando? No,
What?
the one, the week, the capital of the world. Like, it's Colorado.
Really, it's Colorado?
I think it's Colorado. They got these very nice dispensaries everywhere. Like, you could touch it, you could pick it yourself.
Seriously?
And yeah,
I
like,
did not know that.
I'm gonna say yeah. I don't like it, but I still want to visit it. Like, I feel like it'll be, kind of fun. Just to say I picked my own grass. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it did go left or right.
It went left or right?
I said,
It did.
this don't go left or right, didn't it?
Oh, we need to get the owl.
Uh-huh.
We'll get that later.
Yeah, that's why you only see part of X's face.
Anyway, what?
Oh, yeah,
What
okay.
little TikTok people be doing?
What is that?
You know what that?
You don't know what that is?
No, I never seen that.
That's the light-skinned people thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell no.
Everybody
That's
bottom
not
lip
life
and then they
thing.
hold their arm out.
Nah. Nah.
It's funny. Like, you gotta see it. I've been saying, how can you not do it?
I'd never done it before.
You
Like,
would have been so sorry.
yeah, I feel like you would have done it before.
Yeah, you
Hell
look
nah.
like you like you got the dreads and everything for it. No, you got
no.
you got bottom lip and then
Yeah, bite your bottom lip.
Yeah.
Y'all got that. Anyways,
I was saying, what? Quit trying,
Nah.
quit. Just
Try
do it one
it.
time.
so
one time.
like, yeah, I just did it.
You still
It was under the table though,
no, you didn't bite your lip. You said
like his drug sometimes. Oh, okay. So, what's some of your goals
Oh my
and
God.
yours too? Like, what do y'all want to do with y'all life?
I just want to enjoy my life and not have it like stressful, have it stress free, and just go about it. Live at my own pace.
What you gonna do
Like,
to have
yeah.
your life be stress free?
Not worry about a lot of stuff.
No. We talking about what are you gonna actually
You know,
where you wanna go? Like
he gonna survive in nature. Be like,
Hell no, I'm gonna go back to.
I'm not gonna think about it.
I'm
I'm gonna be stress-free.
For real. Like, hold on, I got you. I'm gonna leave by example. So, one of my things is I'm not the most techie guy, but I do know my way around technology. I do know how to put stuff together. So I want to be, that type of person that works behind the scenes, get everything, know who to go to get stuff. Like a DJ Khaled.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm there,
Yeah.
but I'm not really supposed to be there, but I'm there. You know what
Like
I'm saying?
he a producer, but he
He
don't
just-
produce.
he
He
just
just
the
got
artist.
connections,
Yeah,
make
that's what
people come together.
Yeah, that's what I want to be. Like, if you need something, you can call me. I get you to who you need to get to. And then it just be like, yeah, I get to put my name on it, just sign it. You know what I'm saying? That's easy living for me. And I'll just be comfortable. And then once I get my bag up, or if I hit the lottery first, then I'm just going to disappear. Y'all ain't gonna know who X is no more.
No, he lying. We gonna be out there gambling with him money.
I was gonna say yeah, but Quentin, that's gonna be like some under the table stuff. Like I'm gonna be in with Chapo type B people then, cause I'm gonna go over to Mexico. We gonna have us a time. I'll be like, so we in the big league now, boys. But other than that, I really just want to dip, travel, and then I'm just gonna chill. Like I ain't gonna be like one of these other people who want all their money on social media because I also am very aware of like what it's called cyber attacks and cybersecurity events and stuff of that nature. And with the more and more as the day goes on and the years go by, we getting more reliant on technology. It's gonna be our downfall. So I'm like,
Oh, it is gonna be a downfall. We already got robots, and there've been robots,
I can
AIs.
say, yeah, I seen this other article the other day. It was like this robot they learned how to train other 3 robots how to kill us. I was like,
What?
Yeah, I've never seen that.
It was crazy. Like you just gotta keep your eye out. I don't know, Google likes to listen on me and my personal thoughts, and they just show me things like that. So I like, yeah, I don't like you either, Google, but keep on doing that. So other than that, that's just my plan. I plan on dipping out, find me a nice little house, neighborhood. I don't want to be near the coast, but I want to be near the coast. If you know what I mean? Like I'm afraid.
I want to. Huh? What you think?
Like I'm afraid of tidal waves, so I can't be like on the beach.
Ways can't be on the beach.
I can't be on the beach, but I want to be like if I want to go to the beach, I could just go down to the beach. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to live a comfortable life and still be like needed or be able to help and show my connections whenever. Family wise, that's a different story. But what about you?
I mean, if it's a goal, then I would like to travel more. I enjoy traveling a lot. I want to go to. I want to go to Japan. Visit out there and see what's like out there.
But what are you gonna do while you're in Japan?
Try out the food.
No. Okay.
I'm traveling just to explore, enjoy myself.
Eliza, we trying to get you to.
Oh my god.
My goals is to travel.
Yes.
That's one of my goals.
But what you gonna do while you travel? How you gonna make money?
How you gonna get to Japan?
Like
That's a good question.
that's the thing. That's what we're asking.
I'm gonna work. Well, first,
Doing what?
What you want to do for work?
I don't know. I try different things when I go into work industry and stuff. Like I was working at Home Depot, working at a fast restaurant. I like to try different jobs and stuff. Like
So freelance.
freelance, yeah, basically.
I couldn't say kind of unstable, but yeah, I get it. I couldn't say depending on the job. I wouldn't go into like fast food type.
Oh no, I just did it because I wanted to try and see what the
But
experience is
not
like.
what you did. What you gonna do?
I don't know.
What you want to do?
You just gonna freelance. 'Cause let me tell you,
Okay, you be a
with that
good freelancer.
freelancing, if you ain't got no set mind, who goes there? Cause that light was off, right?
That definitely is Brian.
Oh, what's happening, Brian?
New special guest Brian coming onto the podcast.
Yes, welcome to the podcast.
Oh yeah.
You come on, get you a chair. Go slide up you a chair.
We got a podcast going on. We got a podcast.
Come on, let me. Yeah, get that shit right. Come on.
Wait, let me see. Wait, what is like? They can actually see me. I'm dead. They can actually see me.
Nah, let me take you to bougie chair.
Yeah, go get a bougie chair.
And what other topics or questions you have besides goals and stuff?
We gonna get there.
I'm just curious. I mean, but I don't
Yeah, I mean,
know.
you
I
got
don't,
some. You got
I don't
some.
have no
We can
goals.
check YouTube if they got some comments. Well, go share the YouTube so more people can join.
Oh. Hey, YouTube. If you
No, share like your phone. Yeah.
I don't know.
No. Oh my goodness.
What you mean?
Share this podcast
I
to
will.
your
I definitely
friends.
share this podcast.
Huh?
I will definitely share this podcast.
Right now.
Oh, shit. Oh, you mean right now? I thought you meant like later.
Okay.
Hold on. My
You
phone,
can do it later too.
my phone about to die.
This.
My phone about to die, so I can't really share it. It's literally like
There you go.
it's
Here go
literally
charge
at like
right.
6%. You really want me to hook up or come join the podcast? Ask us questions.
Okay, let her the new guest introduce himself.
Yeah, this is fancy. This is very fancy.
It's surprisingly fancy
Yeah,
for
this
what
is
we got.
honestly extremely. Yeah, this is honestly very extremely fancy. How long have y'all been doing this?
This is
Like 30
This
minutes.
is the first
yeah,
one.
Yeah, I was just
Got
like,
the camera up there too.
yeah. Hey.
Y'all introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Brian. I'm pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I would think I am.
Still, now he got all the ladies on YouTube.
I don't know, man.
Who this is? Yeah, he got the Moses guy. He got the voice too.
Yeah,
Say again. Yeah, I'm Brian.
who I am.
All right, so we can continue the question with him. So, what's some of your goals in life? Like, what you want to do in the future?
Okay, So here's what I want to do. When I graduate college, I do want to go to grad school. Would grad school be a thing for me as a computer information system student? You know, I had to ask myself that sometimes. So, you know, as far as that goes, I've done a little bit of research, not too much, but for what I've seen, it's not really that much of a
Difference. Yeah.
it's not that much of a difference. So I'll most likely just be going straight into work after I graduate here. Hopefully finding a position just within CIS, whether it be project management, network engineering, anything of that sort, security engineering, system administrator, security administrator, stuff like that. For a small, maybe medium company, it really doesn't matter the size. Just somewhere where I'll be efficient. But that's just something I want to do when I graduate. Have that, my credit right, at least a couple credit cards in, so then I'll have, or it's about 2 or 3 to have that, that as well as the longevity, so I can be able to, have like really good credit. I'm looking for an American Express card later in my life. So that metal thing you wave around, I felt one of those the other day.
A metal card?
Yeah,
I got me one.
American Express.
I don't got American Express. I got credit AI. It got a little unicorn on it.
Really?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
It's fancy. They say it's bulletproof, but
I know somebody that has
too much about
that gold metal American Express card. That thing is nice.
That shit sounds heavy.
Oh.
That
Say
sounds
hard.
heavy.
I got it because how it look. But
Yeah.
give me a good credit limit too.
I'm trying to get like, okay, so I worked under this man. His name was Mr. Screwdriver, but it's close to his name, right? But when I was working under him, he paid for everything. He didn't even look at the bill. That's what type of security I want to be when I grow up. Just so that's the bill. Here you go. Just put my card down and I work. Like it was that gold platinum card. So you already know he wasn't even worried about it. It was just like I was like, what did you do, man? He like, I just work out in California, and then I'm looking to establish a new branch here in Alabama around Huntsville area. I was like, okay, I could do that. Basically, what he was doing, because he did some work for the school, he was just basically designing heat maps for the internet, seeing what we could do. But other than that, he was working along with Mr. Latin, so I didn't get all the details. But if they was just doing that, and he started me out at like $25 an hour for an intern position.
Oh yeah, that's what you was coming back for.
Yeah, that's what I was coming back for before the little year I had.
Then he got into, if you want to say that, he got in a little car accident on his way to get this $24 an hour or something.
I was gonna say,
And how was that whole experience? Though?
actually, that whole experience was kind of. At first, it was kind of traumatizing, but then it's like, hey, it's life. Whatever happens, happens, and so in this field with CS, I already adapted the mindset. You can't just have everything your way. So whatever comes your way, you have to deal with it, know what to look forward to next, and make your plan on how you're gonna move forward. That's the type of lifestyle I adopted into my whole life as a whole. So when I got, into the wreck and basically it mangled me up and stopped me for a whole year, most people would have. I went through my little depression cycle. Oh my God, it was supposed to be my graduation year. I was supposed to be living life right now, man. Type deal. But then it's just like, I got to the point like, what else can I do? I can only get better and motivate myself. I'm not finna just sit here and just take it. I'm still finna get to my money and get to achieve the life that I want and then achieve the goals that I want. So for other people, I feel like if you go through a certain event in your life where you feel like you can't get past it, I'm gonna tell you, you could get past it because I couldn't walk. And it was looking like I wasn't gonna be able to walk. Like, I broke both legs, hips, and the pelvis bone. Then my arm broke my jaw in half, but y'all can see I'm still talking right now.
Jeez.
Damn.
God damn.
Yeah, like, it was a pretty bad experience. And then after that whole ordeal, y'all know nerve pain? Okay. So,
I think I have like slightly, but not none serious.
So let's say you ever...
Like you might feel it pinched or something.
Yeah, it'll feel like a little pinch and... Real nerve pain, real damage. When somebody says they have nerve pain or nerve damage, believe them. Because it's like you're in hell. Like it feels on fire, needles sticking you and pricking you at any and every time, all the time. And it's not like when you want or I was taking oxycontin, which is so close to cocaine. I was basically taking the purest thing, right? Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
But yeah, so that was the only thing that could calm the damage did. Not completely wipe it out, but calm it. Like, and then it was just a troubling time for me and my family too, because my family they was like, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" And the thing is, on the way back up here, I can't tell you what happened because I blacked out.
Right.
And so,
So you blacked out once you got hit by the car, or it was like a while after?
like, when I try to replay that memory in my mind, everything was black around the time. I know it was once I got to the exit near Oxford that we come through. That's when my memory went black. Because I was like, oh, yes, I'm finally here. Next thing you know, I do remember hearing that ground.
So did it tell you what led to your accident? Do you know the details of what happened? Like
They
you know,
said the
before-
car flipped over and I flew out the window. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the thing was, it was so crazy because the next person that found me was a nurse who was late for her job that morning, and I was like, "What?" I do remember the conversation I had with her because I couldn't see, because all the blood in my eyes, and of course my face is broken, but I'm still talking. But since it's swollen, it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I just remember the altercation I had with the lady. The lady was like, "Oh my gosh, don't worry. I already called the ambulance. She's on the way here. She's on the way here." I was like, "Okay, did anybody else get hurt?" She was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, okay. Are you all right?" She was like, "Yeah, baby, you got more to worry about than me." I was just like, you know what, just give me. So they wound up finding me. The ambulance couldn't do much here, and didn't do much. So they waited for the helicopter to come, and they airlifted me all the way to UAB. And those people are, y'all, the best hospital ever. The people are so nice. The staff is so nice.
So, yeah, most definitely. No, sorry, not to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
But UAB definitely, like, their medical program and, like, everything that UAB is, just as a medical center, like, they are top tier. And it's been said, it's been said not just from people within our state, but from others. Like, we're known, like, UAB is well known for their, their hospital and, how they are, just as far as medical and hospitalization and stuff like that, so.
Oh, yeah. So, like, let me tell you about this. So, my experience while I was there, it was so great. The people were there. Whenever a doctor would come in, they would tell me anything they give me. And then if I was going in for a procedure, I forgot to tell y'all, I broke my face. So, I had to go
you told
in.
us.
I did?
Yeah.
All right. So, I went in for facial reconstruction surgery. And they did a pretty good job because they didn't know what I looked like before. So, I was like, I thought I was going to come back looking like a punchback in Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, they fixed me up pretty good. And when I was down there, I was like, all right, you guys, can y'all, just take a little bit off the nose? I was just playing with it. And that was just here with me, too. So, that's what I really liked about it. But other than that, yeah, it was just, y'all got any,
Did they have to take any skin off or any part of your body like that, or was it like no? Was it?
I don't know. Only thing that's really was the longest was my knees and my foot, because I still have problems with my foot. That's why I wear light shoes all the time, because I can't wear like them heavy shoes without my cane. I'm still learning how to walk, but I'm still good. But my knees, they'll give out on me every now and again. But other than that, I'm good. Never lost anything besides a couple teeth here and there. Cheese. But I can still smile to this day, so I'm happy and I'm breathing. So thank you, UAB, if y'all got any of y'all out there listening. Don't worry. If I hit the lotto, just look for that check. Sponsoring y'all.
What's the hospital bills on there?
Oh, the hospital bills. That's another. I'm gonna get to the. It was the ambulance bill for real though, because the ambulance bill turned out to be around 15,000.
1,000?
Yeah. Insurance took care of most of it, but I still had to pay about 5,000 to the Oxford ambulance.
Dang.
And I'm still paying a little bit on it, but I'm paying month by month. I'm almost done with it. I'm down to hopefully 900 and something. But other than that, I'm really good. I came a long way. I still owe them, but it's gonna get done. It's gonna get paid. I'm gonna make sure I pay y'all. Y'all saved my life, so do deals. Other than that, y'all, what y'all? So when y'all release stuff like that happen, have y'all been so low? Like y'all ever had any experience that just dropped y'all mentality down to the worst? Because that's what people was thinking.
Yeah.
Was gonna happen.
I got something major for that. So, my freshman year when I came into Talladega College, you know, I had a lot going on. I had a situation. I'm not going to talk too much on that situation, but for people who were here during the time, they know. So, you know, like I also ended up having to be hospitalized and all of that sort, and I had lost my teeth. I lost one of my teeth, and the other two had to be sawed down to be bridged. So I literally had to have 3 teeth. So this isn't even, you know what I'm saying? So I don't talk about that much, but also, what happened with me was when all that happened, it was like the way that it all went, like it was just like, okay, like it happened. Okay, cool, like move on with life. It moved because it really wasn't, you know, something super, like it wasn't life-threatening.
Yeah.
But it was like, that happened, you know what I'm saying? Now that mentally scarred me. So like, and so I had plenty of moments where like, and like I had plenty of moments after that where like, I'm just like, why am I here? Why am I around these people? Like, what have they done for me? You know what I'm saying? And like, I forgot that I had people that actually had my back during that point in time. So it's just like, you know, the administration they were fighting back and forth, like, this ain't right, you know, yada, yada, you know what I'm saying, vouch for me. So, you know, I had high hopes when I first came. Like, I was Talladega College ACM chapter president. Like, I was doing big. I was in the McNair program. I had so much going on. And I promise you, like, after all that happened, it was like, I'm talking about sophomore year, I'm in my room chilling. Like, I'm not around folks all the time. Like, you know, I'm cool and, like, I'll do certain things. I'll do 1 or 2 things. But, like, I'll never, like, be out in the open, like, vulnerable with people. And so, like, because I had, a hard time trusting people after that. Or, like, being in, like, an area because of how dense and the situation was and how it affected me after. So I'll say, like, after my sophomore year, like, after I crossed, like, it was like, okay, cool, like, because, you know, once you cross fraternity, it's like a lot opens up as well as.
And people be looking out for you.
And people be looking out for you, and then, like, you start to learn, like, hey, like, you know, I can go these places and stay. So, like, I traveled everywhere. Like, every single, I promise, I've only been in Grabowski's class, like, only a couple times, like, last year. Because it was like I was still dealing with that trauma of being where I was and being uncomfortable where I was, and like that depression. Like I started, like my way of coping was going places all the time.
Yeah.
Like going to Georgia, going to Florida, going to Ohio. I went all the way. Oh yeah, like boy, I went up to Washington. No, I went up to Ohio twice and stayed. One time I stayed 3 days. One time, and another time I stayed a whole week. I went up to Georgia. I've been to Mercer, Georgia. I've been to Albany, Georgia.
Oh, you stay right beside Mercer.
Yeah, for real.
Like that's like down the street from my house.
Huh?
Wait, Mercer University?
Yeah.
Oh, you was in our hometown.
Yeah, you was in our city.
Yeah.
Well, I was in Carrollton. I went to West Georgia. You know, you can see me at like you can obviously see me in Montgomery and Tuscaloosa. I was in Huntsville, A&M. I've been damn near everywhere. Kennesaw. Like, it does not matter. Like, I was there. Like, Florida, like, I'm down in Miami and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm down in different places. But, like, you know, Fort Valley, Georgia. I'm all the way down in Fort Valley. I've been in so many places. Like, oh, okay, cool. Like, we know him. Like, and so I started building up this reputation. But, you know, like, I'm falling back from my major. Like, what I love, like, my ambitions, like, and the fire that I had within me, like, kind of dwelled down because of my situation. And it made me, like, resent where I was. Like, Talladega, like, I barely saw quitting after that. Because like I did not come around. Quentin was there. I just wasn't there. So like when Quentin would see me, I'm pretty sure he'd be like, I ain't seen this nigga in like 3-4 months. So
like, oh, you still go?
Like you still go here? That's what I'm saying. Quentin would see me be like, I seen him, but I haven't seen him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we be in class, Grabowski will be asking about people too, like, where is Brian? Or like, why Zane has showed up in 3 years?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I used to barely pop up. Then I started popping up. People were just like, who is he? Like I just got back in the McNair. we just got the esports thing going. Mr. Tucker been talking about this since 19. So it's just like we just got that going. Like, and I was supposed to graduate last year. I was supposed to graduate 22. So in the spring. Well, not last year, but last semester I was supposed to graduate. So, I'll be out in the spring, but like I was at my lowest. I was at my lowest. Cause like coming out of high school, like literally all the stuff that I knew, like when Mr. Morris put me in the ACM, like I knew all of that before any of this time. Like coming into high school, like I hit right here. Or coming out of high school, I hit right here. Cause like
it was like you was peaked in high school.
Yeah, but listen,
Not so much peak.
I did not
but
peak,
like,
but like I had a certain amount of information that like when I came in, Morris was like, I need you here. Like, cause like
He saw something.
right, he's like
that drive.
right, he's like, you know how to do this, they don't know how to do this. I don't have to teach you this because you can teach yourself. You already have the basis of what we want or what we need. So like I definitely need you like in my corner. And so it's like, okay, cool, but at the same time, like, am I around people that are gonna like, am I around students that are gonna push me higher? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I around somebody who knows, MySQL or PHP? Somebody who knows how to do a front end or a back end? Am I around somebody who can make cables for days?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, can they keep up with you?
Right. Can they keep up with me, or can they move past me? Because then I can try to move past them,
yeah.
which makes me even higher than other people. You understand what I'm saying?
It's sort of like what is it, iron sharpen iron type situation.
Right. Iron sharpen.
You need that competitive drive with somebody like that was one thing.
That's with anything though.
Yeah.
I can't play a game if you're not competitive. Like if you suck at Mortal Kombat and I'm playing you in Mortal Kombat, I don't even want to play no more.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you'll get bored of it.
yeah, it's boring if you don't have no competition with it.
I understand that. And that's why I really felt out of love with a lot of things when I came here. Because people that were around me, it was hard to find, certain individuals that were in the same group as me, as well as the same, mindset of me. Is that I want to get better. Most of the people who came here, I'm sorry, when I met them, they were just, hey, you want to smoke?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so like, hey, like, bro, I got a 0.5 for $3. Give me a 0.5 for $3. Like, nigga, what? Why are we talking about that?
And it's just like, I'm like,
do you know your Cengage?
did you do your work? Like, for real?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, not even,
We
like,
need have some. What we had at
ask you
18, we
about your
had
work.
was it test out or something else?
We had test out.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we had
it
test
was-
out because
yeah, I was going
I don't think
through test
the
out.
school had bought stuff for Cengage yet.
Cengage was around. They didn't have Canvas, so it was like they were going through like 3 different things.
But like, have you looked at your class?
they did it.
But listen. Here's the problem with that though. So we get like, we had test out. They first got test out, right? Then we got Cengage or whatever, or maybe it was in the middle. But it's like, okay, so as a CIS or CS major, test out is not going to help you get in the door. And I'm going to say this like from the bottom of my heart. I was so pissed when I was applying for shit and I was not getting anything as far as internships. Like when you get an internship, they want to see certification, but they want to see CompTIA.
Yeah.
They want to see CompTIA. They want to see Cisco. They want to see
AWS.
They want to see I have Microsoft certifications. I'm still having problems. Like, and these are security and networking for them certifications, fundamental certifications, meaning like CompTIA Network Plus like equivalent. But the fact that you have the CompTIA, they're gonna want that over anything.
I can say once you get that, they'll see that. Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Like,
let's
Yeah,
talk.
actually do
they'll be
something.
more than to give you a chance than all the other applications out there. Like, this school has, Like
Yeah, don't got nothing at all.
They don't have.
We don't got no kind of certification. I think we got one certification you can get that's actually worth something.
What?
It's the Network Security Plus from CompTIA,
I
but
was gonna say,
Grabowski only. I just got a book for him, so I can take it. Because I'm pretty sure I'm qualified to take it, but I just don't. I haven't had the opportunity to do it.
See, here's my thing. So,
And the school don't provide nothing. Like they don't
But
take you to none of the test locations or nothing.
I just talked to Dr. Brown about this shit. So I had talked to her about that. I said, and I had to look at her and like, cause sometimes when I talk, I be a little rude, but I don't be trying. I had to stop that. But y'all know sometimes when I talk to somebody and I might come off a little, damn, Quentin, is it that bad?
I wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about DB.
No, like, but for real, like, dead ass though, like, y'all, like, sometimes, like, cause Dr. Brown be saying stuff, but sometimes when she be saying stuff, like, she, like, you can hear when she's calling you out or something.
Yeah.
Like, she'll be like, you know, I was talking about it. When she'll be talking, but, like, I don't mean to be rude, but that's just how she talks sometimes. You know, it's just, we're being realistic. But it'll be like, don't do your damn work. You be like, hold on.
Yeah, she be talking a little fast and a little aggressive at the
It's
same
a little aggressive, but like you feel me? But you be trying to let it go, but then it frustrates you because it's like I can hear what you're saying. But like, anyways, no. But I had to tell her, I was like, okay, like Dr. Brown, we need CompTIA. Like we can't do just test out because if we just do test out, then when we go to apply for certain positions, they're gonna be like, okay, like you might have this degree. Do you have any experience? Those certifications are going to show that you have some type of experience with that. So if you want an entry-level position or an internship, they will take you in the door. Mm-hmm. But we can't do that if we don't have that type of stuff. And I had told her that. And she was like, okay, well, let me know about like what certifications you need.
I'm like, say like, yeah, look, let me tell you, I think they trying to recruit you, but I think they want you to be like, Morris got already halfway out the door, so you might be next.
Well, who's trying to recruit me?
They might be trying to recruit you as a teacher. They see that you're knowledgeable. They see that you're passionate about the work, and they'll probably try to get you out on as an adjunct professor. They hire Carlise Morris, Mr. Tucker. They hiring a lot of students right now, like T. Quentin, for example, Sky, Miss Cameron in financial aid, and there's a Delta admissions office. They are hiring a lot of students, so they probably might try to get you ready.
And they had Quincy last year and the other drum major.
Yeah.
He was a police officer though.
Oh yeah, Tavante.
Yeah, Tavante.
Yeah, Tavante, he's out back in Arkansas now. But yeah, but here's my thing about that. So like I'm not saying like I would just hate working at the school, but I know how they operate. Like Quinn's having to do 6-7 things at one time. Let's just be honest. And he don't get paid enough for it. It's like, okay, so do I stay here and I work at the school, or do I get the school, get me what I need to work at a different company? So, and that's my thing. Like, as being in cybersecurity or working at IT, like, I'm sorry, but you got to be making like $65K or up.
You need to make at least 6 figures doing this kind of work. First of all, we work all day and we got to work with everybody. It's not one person we don't work with. We work with students, teachers, everybody.
And then we have to deal with getting calls.
People who don't even work here, we still got to work with them.
They stop you in the middle of the day like, I'm working on a whole nother test. Hey, do you have the time to look at this real quick? I think something's wrong with my button right here. I done spilled this grape juice. My daughter done had it, done dropped it, let the dog lick on it a couple times.
And sometimes we get sometimes we get complicated stuff. Sometimes we get simple stuff. So I'm like, oh, I can't see nothing on my screen.
And that's
turn the TV on. He'll make us walk all the way across campus just to press a button. Like, then it'd be sometimes like, oh, the internet down. The whole campus though. Like, huh? When did this happen? The whole campus down instantly.
And that's my thing. So like, as us being black, like we have to. No, I'm for real. Like us being black, like we always gotta deal with that one uncle, that one grandparent. Hey, baby.
My grandma just called me. I just missed her call, but she'll call me like, how do I log into Zoom? I'm trying to do a Zoom call with the family. I'm like, grandma. Click the button.
But listen. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I understand, because my grandma She called me like, I forgot the password to my
auntie
network, my internet.
Yeah, my auntie was calling me.
Down 3 times. I'm like, what did I get? You didn't even give this to me. You let my auntie do it for you.
But listen. So look. So it's. I think the worst thing with IT is having to deal with someone who will try to save a penny spending a dime.
Oh.
That's probably the worst person you could deal with in IT. And let me tell you, like my granddad is all that. Like literally, like every time there was a problem, he would ask me. He'll be like, "Brian, like I need this, or can you help me do this, or I need you to do this, and I'll pay you. You can give me $25 to do 300 CDs." No, so it's just like. But it's like, that's how he was. So, like, it got to a certain point where I was doing it because I was so young. I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to, like, do it because he's asking this of my grandfather. I feel like I can't tell him no or being disrespectful.
Yeah.
But that's how your parents and that's how your grandparents take advantage of you now. They make you feel like you can't do nothing. They make you feel like you have to do everything they say.
Right.
No, like, it should not be like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's, in the black community, like, we always pressure people to, like, we're always pressuring each other to do something that we don't want to do. Like if we're in you ever been in a lunchroom and like you're getting food and and the lunch lady's like, "You want this?" You're like, "No, I'm good." You're like, "No, try it." I just said no. I just said no.
And coming from a whole black family in Georgia, say no to some food if you want to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't love me. What's wrong? Are you too good to eat my food? I'm like, bro, what you?
And that was hard for me because I don't eat a lot of certain stuff. Like I don't eat onions. I don't eat really any type of peppers or nothing.
Yeah.
But that's what they cook with. So I'm like,
so they trying to give it to you.
while I'm picking everything out my food, I don't like they'll make like sloppy joe or something with beans. I take all the beans out. I'm sitting there picking at my food. Everybody done. I'm still in here taking stuff out my food so I can eat.
Like I'm saying, like I hate beans, bro. I hate beans with a passion. Like, but that's what I'm saying. That like within black families, like you tend to deal with, like you're having to be the IT person of your family, and I hate that so much because this is like then you're having to do work for people that really like in reality you should be making some type of money off of. Like when you. I'm sorry, but when you work with white folks, they do not care if you say it's okay. They still gonna give you some type of tip or money, and that's what I've had to deal with. Like if I do some work for somebody, oh that's fine, but I'm gonna pay you $100, just because the fact that you came in. I'm like, really? Okay, thank you, Bob.
Even be like that, like it come as a surprise.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been doing this all my life for free, and you wanna.
Right.
What's your name?
Because you shouldn't have been doing it for free.
Yeah.
That's why. And that's why I be telling folks like, and then like our own community, they be getting mad when you try to charge for certain shit. Like, oh, I could do it myself. Then do it yourself.
Exactly.
Do it yourself.
Like, I could just what happened, Quentin? I think you be doing a lot of screens and stuff, replacing the screens on the phones and stuff like that. People be like, "How much you want to charge me?" I could have took it to the sofa.
Then take it to him.
Yeah, take it to him then. Like, don't.
All means,
Why? Don't come to me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just looking at it. Yeah, but
do you want it fixed or not?
Like people just like, I just bought the screen. All you got to do is replace it. Well, all you got to do is replace it. How about that?
How about you do it?
For real. So I got a question for y'all. So Elijah, I'm gonna start with you. Oh, by the way, we are all CS and CIS majors.
Yeah.
So
Our recent graduates.
what made y'all fall in love with computer science? What set y'all down this path?
I just started watching YouTube videos on computers, learning about it, and I just thought that it was very interesting, so I wanted to like learn more about it. So I chose computer science as my major and got really into it and stuck with it.
That's nice.
Okay.
Nice and simple to me,
No, but
Short and
that's
sweet, I guess.
That's usually how it goes, though. You know. But I'll say for me, like, I mean, getting into computer science and getting into just IT as a whole, like, my dad would always like work on shit or work on certain stuff, and like he would be working on a computer, and I walk in from elementary school because I just got home, and I walk in, I'll see a computer, and like I'll be like, I would ask and be like, what is that? He was just like something I'm working on. But he'd be working on it for 3-4 months because he really didn't know how to do it. And I'd always be like curious to work with like gadgets and stuff like that. I'd always be curious. And so, I was a big gamer at the time as well. So games were like my thing. Like, and they will forever be my thing. Don't get me wrong. We all love gaming. Mm-hmm. So it was like, I used to game a lot. So, I used to game a lot. I used to always like wonder, like I would look at my GameCube and it would say powered by ATI. I wonder what ATI is, AMD Advanced Micro Devices. Mm-hmm. So like,
and they was partnered with Intel back then.
That's what I'm saying. And so like, I would like look at stuff like that, or like, I would wonder about certain consoles, and so it went from consoles to PCs. Like we had a computer that had a whole bunch of viruses. We had a compact Brazzario, and I think and it's crazy because I still remember the barcode. I think it was like SR5030NX. Like we had a compact Brazzario. It had 1 gigabyte of DDR2, and it had a Pentium 4, 3.2 gigahertz, and it had I think it had a bus of like 533 megahertz. But anyways, so we like had a computer that was had viruses and stuff. So to get to the point, we had that computer. I ended up fixing it like when I was 12, 13 years old, and we already had it for 2-3 years. And so like that was a computer like people played, like we played like I don't think y'all remember this. It was a paintball shooter, but I think it was off of Shockwave or something. And I used to play it all the time. That and World of Warcraft was the only computer that I was able to, that was the only game that I was able to run on the computers that we had. So that I was just like, okay, like I want to keep using this computer, so I'm gonna fix it. I ended up fixing it, and so I ended up fixing it, and then I started taking it apart. I'm like, okay, I can fix it. Let me start taking it apart. Then I started to, just basically, I'm not gonna go for too long, but I basically just started experimenting with the hardware that I had at home, and so it got to a point where it was just like, oh, okay, so you just took the whole computer apart, and now you have a whole new motherboard and a whole new other different shit into the computer that we already had. And so it started getting out of hand. So like one day, like my dad walked in, and I had a cloth sat down with 10 motherboards sitting down on the table, and he was just like, "What is this?" And so I had to tell him like, "Oh, these are motherboards. Like I'm started building computers with him." He's just getting tired of his shit because he used to be like cracking cocaine with me. Like computers used to be my shit. Like I remember when the Xbox One first came out, the Master Chief Collection. Mm-hmm. So my grandfather would, like I said, he's a cheapskate. So he ended up getting a computer from this old computer store at Chelsea, right? In Chelsea, Alabama. It was an Acer computer, and it had like a quad-core processor in it. So, no, it had a dual-core processor in it, because that's about the time where Core 2 Duos were still the thing. He ended up giving me the computer. He was like, I want to see, just see what you could do with it. Man, I gut that computer. I cleaned everything in it. I put a quad-core processor in that motherboard, and I put a graphics card in there, and I sold it for like $200-something. And then I went and traded in my Xbox 360, because you can trade in your Xbox 360, get half off. And I went and got a whole new like Xbox One bundle and brought it home. And my dad was in fucking shock, because he was like, "How did you do that?" And I was just like, "I just went and got it." And and my brother was like, I remember when Brandon had picked me up one day, and he was like, I was just like, "Yeah, I want to go to GameStop to get the Xbox One." He was like, "Okay, you sure you have enough money?" I was like, "Yeah." So I walked in there with my little money, and then my Xbox 360, boy, I came out with a brand new Xbox One. He looked at me crazy. He was just like, "How did you do that?" He was just like, "Are you sure you want to tell Dad?" I'm like, "Yeah, what the hell he's going to do?" So I brought it home, and my dad's just looking, like, he's just looking. He's like walking past my room, just like, how's he getting this shit? Like, literally, my parents thought I was selling drugs.
I was gonna say, boy,
like, I swear to God, I always had money. I always had money. I was able to pay my own phone bill. I was able to buy my own clothes. Literally, when every time at school, somebody would call me for a repair. "Oh, I need my phone repair. Oh, I need this computer repair. What can you do with this? What can you do with that?" Man, I bought it. I remember when Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered came out, I bought an Xbox One off of eBay for $30 and fucking did a system reset on it. It was completely working. Then it was always something. And I always got lucky. I always got lucky with everything. I think that's why I was able to build my reputation in high school. Like, I was fixing stuff at the school. I was fixing people's phones. I was doing certain shit. So the teachers would know, like, okay, he can do this. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to college, I get here, and then But like that's what really brought out my passion. Like being able to do homebrew, like hacking, you know what I'm saying? The homebrew channel on the Wii U or the Wii U, like being able to do code within Windows or do like, Notepad or Sublime Text with HTML off Codecademy. Like stuff like that. Emulation, stuff like that. Being able to program and, emulate and do certain things that, you thought you could never do. And we've gotten so far with technology, it's insane what you can do now. And it's like it's a prized position to have someone that, is able to do something like you or I or, Quentin or Elijah, because it's just like, okay, like we don't have anybody in our section that can do something like that. It's very special to have somebody that's within IT that knows what they're doing. Because if you ever have any problems with it, whether you say your family, like a family or like a company, like anything, like because they need that to thrive. Like it's literally a part of our economy now. Like we are in the information age where like you have to have your phone, you have to have this, you have to have Wi-Fi. A lot of people literally will go insane if they do not have Wi-Fi. So it's like having people that can run cables, run a switch, like up a network. That's money right there. So that's why they pay us so much. You know what I'm saying?
Because they know they need it.
They know they need it.
Okay, nobody work without it.
Right.
Right.
I was gonna say, we were just hitting on this earlier. It's like this world is so driven by technology now. Like, it's inevitable. Like, it's still gonna be continuing to go further and further to develop. So, Quentin, what about you?
So I got into computer science based off games too, because everybody grew up with games. But I grew up with a game. Like I had Atari, GameCubes, all that. If we had anything, we had little GameCubes. We was from to play us some games. We played like Mortal Kombat Armageddon, like the 3D era of Mortal Kombat, where you can walk around in a circle and start fighting people, knock them through the ground, they in spikes and everything. Wow. That was like one of my favorite ones. But the first like computer sciencey thing I've ever done was hack. Like I was interested in hacking at the time, and I got through that from Roblox, because that was like one of the first games I was playing back then. So I started hacking Roblox and the little Call of Duty map remake or whatever. Yeah. So I used to hack me some money on there to get all the guns and open all the doors. But after that, it became like, what can I do with this? Because it was still fun to me, like even learning to hack or learning how to build computers and everything, so I could have my own, like I'm going to start my own domain server, all that. But it came to like, what can I do as far as making money off of this? And that was like, I could just do it, because you doing it, make money, just do it for other people. And then it's also entertainment, because entertainment is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, money maker in the industry right now. Like, you can't do nothing without entertainment. You got movies, music, computers, all that. All that's entertainment, and all that stems from technology. And like, you need it. And I want to make the world better in a way. Like, make it more a positive place. Everybody always come together with like entertainment. Like, you ain't gonna see nobody gathering up with nothing until like a new movie come out, like Black Panther. Everybody at the movies now. Or some kind of meme come out, then everybody dressed up in suits watching Minions.
You bring back an old nostalgic feeling by bringing back a favorite game, and then these new consoles like, hey, y'all seen this new game? And then the old people like,
and it's like, for this generation, they don't have what we had. Like, even though we had all this technology and stuff, we were still outside and stuff. We still had fun no matter what. If we couldn't have internet, we was outside playing. If it was raining outside playing, we was inside playing.
I went out in the rain.
Even if we go outside in the rain too. But yeah, that's how I started in computer science. But my goals for it is to like create everything entertainment, like starting this podcast or making music. I want to make my own album or my own label or whatever, sign people to it so they can get money off of it and everything. I want other people to grow. I also want to like build like my own city where it can help people get off the ground, or just have people learn what they want to learn. Like, so I thought about starting a school at one point, but it wouldn't be like your traditional school. It'll be like more of like, if you want to do game design, then you're going to be doing game design. We're going to teach you how to do game design and how you can learn to think like a game designer or stuff like that, or engineer. Because as you said, the world, we revolve around technology. Like, without it, what is the world?
I mean, kids are now basically learning the ABCs through screen. Like
YouTube
there's
and
no
stuff,
more.
YouTube
You know,
content.
And I also want to go even further into like space and stuff because I find space interesting. Like that's one of my main things is astrology. I know computer science like and astrology like right next to each other in my like top things I want to do. Like I feel like we can go to. I feel like we can live even if the Earth die, but we're gonna have to plan and make sure we can do that. But the way people going about it now, I don't think it's gonna work. But like they trying to go like Mars or something like. And however many years, 4.5 some billion years, Earth, the sun gonna expand and go like Earth and stuff, all that. But like, we can live in space, but I don't think we can live on planets, at least not anytime soon, because we already living in space. Like the International Space Station, people live up there, and like if we can do that, we could just build stuff out there. Then we can find ways to come like with the Tesla rockets. I feel like that's a good job because they can go and come back.
Yeah.
So they can go to other planets, like land on them, get some resources we need, come back up, then we good. Or we just keep coming throughout that.
Yeah. Hold on. What was I about to say? Hold on. That's it, because I just had about 15 subjects pop in my head because I was like, you know what? That is right. I do want to live on space.
I'm gonna ask y'all something. Would y'all, if y'all had the chance, live on another planet if it was like similar to Earth, but you get to go there for free? Would you live on that other planet?
Definitely, because with a new planet, you can explore new environments, what's going on with the planet, what's about the planet, and just live in a whole different environment. And you know, it might be different things.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I got some questions before I answer that. Like, what's going on Earth? Is Earth uninhabitable? How long is it going to take me to get to this planet? Because I'm already 20. And I ain't trying to spend my 20s on the space.
20?
Huh?
20?
I said I'm in my 20s.
Oh.
But it's like, if I do get that chance, like, you know what? I'll go just to see, because I'll be the first person to test out some stupid stuff. What this fruit taste like? Oh, look, it turned my pee blue. Like, and then I'll just be like, you know what does this? I'll be going crazy.
I guess you could be the main explorer.
Yeah,
of my
I'll be a
quest to
scientist. I'll be like, so y'all, what if our kids? Do our kids still turn out the same color on this planet? What if they turn out purple?
I had saw a movie like that. Like they had bred. No, they weren't breeding, but they had made a man. Like they were putting them through tests to simulate them being on another planet. And after a while, I forgot what the movie was called, but after a while, like he started growing like gills. He learned to breathe without oxygen and everything.
Yeah.
Like he got like superpowers. Like he started to fly and everything because he was adapting to what the other planet was. They was putting him through that environment. So. And that's the thing with the human body. It's just not that fast because we have natural selection within our body too. Because like at a point in time, everybody had wisdom teeth, but since we don't eat like raw meats and stuff no more, like most people are born without them. Like 2/3 of people are born without wisdom teeth now, and that's like slowly dying out since our food is cooked and like tender and stuff.
Wait, hold on, Brian. Why you doing the right stuff over there? I seen you with the.
Oh, my bad. No, I just, man, come on, man. I just did that. Man, come on, bro.
Come on, you guys.
Shut up, bro. I didn't mean to.
No, it just man. Come on now.
Let me put a damn shirt on, bro. Damn. Also, how did the game go?
What game?
The announcements.
Oh,
yeah.
Nonsense is okay.
that was great, but we tried to get Elijah to do it.
I'm not doing that.
He ain't qualified to speak.
I'm just saying I'm
Listen, y'all, listen. Every time, I've got about 2-3 text messages for the past week and a half. Brian, are you okay? What's going on? I need you to do the announcements. And I'll be looking, damn, like, I walked up there, I said, Quinn, they not paying anybody to do the announcements? She said, no. I said, so you're up here doing the announcements for volleyball. They may just make IT do everything. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta play the music. I gotta change the cameras. I gotta click players, and I gotta do announcements and everything, and live stream.
That's all part of IT?
by myself.
See, but you know,
That's why I've been trying to get other people.
Oh, I mean, I don't mind helping you. See, I'm for yourself.
When I have time, I'm like, yeah, I got you, Quinn, because I already know Quinn really don't like to speak like that, especially over a whole.
But my thing is, I don't either. But
Well, he got like the speaking voice for it, and everybody like when he do it.
Because I'm pretty sure they like.
no, because
like when you do it?
somebody walked up to me. He was like, hey, bro. He was like, you did fine on the announcements, man. I said, appreciate that. He was like, yeah, bro. He was like, you good with that? He was like, you good with that shit, bro? Like, yeah. So yeah, people do like when I do the announcements. So, but it's just like sometimes I don't be wanting to go up there. I'll be like, but at the same time, I was off campus this weekend though. But yeah, so. But no, sometimes I just do the little chest thing. But no, it's like now it's just like second nature now. It's just second nature now. So, but
I don't think he know how to use a microphone, even though he said he been around them his whole life.
You just knocking up the setup, huh?
Who, me?
He didn't even touch the
so
microphone.
sorry,
He didn't
but-
move it to adjust to him or
Oh,
nothing.
my bad. I didn't even like to set up.
He just got to sitting on the table.
I wish that was second nature for me.
But also, I think another thing for me that really broke me through into IT, is like the position I was in, like as far as video games and like having like a variety. Like when I was brought up, like I literally had parental controls on my shit. I wasn't able to do a lot, and so me, like, you know, I'm a big anime, gaming, fighting fan. Like it didn't really bother me too much because I only played a certain amount of games. But you know, once you get around to wanting to play Halo, play the new Halo Reach, or you know, play Halo 4, or like stuff like that, like it's very like it gets very like. You get a little bothered because you're like, okay, like I'm not finna go out and just kill somebody, like because I play a shooting game, and that's like that.
Like that was the dumbest thing I ever.
That's
heard.
what I'm saying.
Like,
And it was,
video games make you violent, huh? I played GTA, ain't ran nobody over here.
The only thing they had in Greek was papyrus,
right.
paper. And them were some of the most violent people.
You know what I'm saying?
Horses,
I'm saying.
Poisoning.
Right.
They didn't learn that from a video game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's like these same people, like these conservatives saying that shit, like they piss me the fuck off because it's always something. Like they always blame that shit on there, and it's like then it affects us because you know our people are church oriented and you know want the Holy Ghost and shit. So you know, but like yeah, after a certain point, it was like okay, I'm gonna get a computer so he can't tell me shit, and I got a computer and he couldn't tell me shit. So, but by that point, I was already, you know, playing my own system and had my own Xbox or had this or had that. Like, I had my own stuff. But, like, getting a PC, like, you can literally download or play anything. So when it comes to, like, if you want to emulate a game from a different console or if you want to play an old DOS game or if you just want to play just straight PC games or if you want to emulate a 360 or a PS3 or a Switch or a PS4, you can do that. Like, it was so much you could do. And you could change out controllers. Like, it was endless. So that's another thing that pushed me just was having that variety and also having the ability to do certain things that other people cannot do. So, like, you know, like, let's say hypothetically, you know, you're on the hacking forums or, you know, you get this and you get that and you ain't had to pay for it. Like, you know. So,
But the thing is with that, too, because, like, if I'm a PlayStation player. I prefer PlayStation over Xbox any day. But
Look at me.
Anyways,
What you trying to say?
I went to PC because I could play anything on PC, even a discontinued game. I could still play that on PC. If I wanted to play it on any other game, I either had to still have the game, but then I still also have to have that exact same console for the game. Yeah, but I could just play anything now since I got a PC. Like, and I don't see why people don't like backtrack games. Like, sometimes they do, but not really. I forgot what it's called. I don't know why I said backtrack.
Emulate?
But not emulate, but like you can play a PlayStation 4 game on PlayStation 5.
Oh, you talking about backwards compatibility?
Yeah, backwards compatibility. Like, why can't I play a PlayStation 2 game on my PlayStation 5? Like, y'all the same. You the same company, right?
I think they're having that, but they kind of put.
No, they trying, but like I feel like they should do it with any game. Like even if it's emulators, like if they want to make you pay for it,
I don't think they should make you pay for it.
I know they're not gonna make.
But you know,
No, they are.
It's free.
yeah,
Emulator's free.
Yeah, but like,
That's-
Anything on PC is
yeah,
free.
that's what I'm saying.
that's true.
So that's the thing about like emulation, like, and I don't think people understand how refreshing it is to go back and play a game and like put it in 4K or like have it in 4K and then have it at 60 frames flat. Like,
4K. You put them in 4K.
I used to play them in 2K resolution, but I'm just saying, for example, 4K. But you know, I had a 2K monitor, so like I be trying to play a game, or let's say I want to play like the old NFL Blitz or something. I'll run it in 2K and then have it at 60 frames, and I'll play it with a Switch GameCube controller because all I had to do was plug it in by USB. And like literally, like I don't think people understand. Like then if you have a good hertz, you know, like 144 hertz on your monitor, or 120, like your games. You know, those games don't cut either. Literally, those games don't cut. When you emulate and it's at a certain hertz, like it will not cut. You will not see cuts. Or like, you know, cuts within the monitor, like you can't see it. So like it's the perfect way because you're not having to go to analog and, you know, have an analog TV and play, you know, like for a refresh rate. Like you don't have that problem.
It's just an overall refreshing. Like,
Right. And you know, right. You know, you going back playing NBA Street. You know what I'm saying? Or like, are you playing the old Mario Kart Double Dash, or you know? So like, those things are really nice. Like,
You just reminded me of a game I need to go
What?
download. It's the B movie game. I used to like the racing part of it.
I'm trying to play a serious drive. That's the game I'm trying
okay,
to play.
okay, I got a question. What was y'all first game y'all fell in love with? For me, it was Pokemon. The Pokemon series will always have my heart. Like, cause I played ever since Fire Red Leaf, all the air groups. I had all the shinies, and he stole it from me. And I was like, if I could beat you, if you wasn't bigger than me, we would have a problem. But still to this day, I still play Pokemon. I've been with the X. Right now, I got Sword. No, I have Shield. I always get the other one. I don't know. The first one everybody seems to like, but this new one, I'm getting started. This gonna be my first time. And
What? I thought I was getting Scarlet. You getting Violet?
No. I said I would
Wait.
usually go for Violet. I said I'm getting Scarlet.
Oh yeah, I'm getting Violet. Never mind. Yeah.
But this time I'm gonna even do something different. This how I know I'm changing. I'm growing as a person. Fire starter.
Wait, what's the
I ain't never chose no fire
I
starter.
never chose the fire starter.
Mine was always grass. But anyway,
I choose grass or water because like that's just me.
I ain't like Charizard. That's why I ain't like fire because he was way too overrated.
It's like everybody. Oh my god, it's Charizard.
Even though he like specifically made to go against my type,
Right.
but anyway. But my first favorite game was Tekken. I was undefeated in Tekken 2 until I played my uncle. Then he was the only person that ever able to beat me in Tekken.
and I think my favorite game of all time,
No, the first one you started with.
First one
All
I started,
time I got something
first the game that I started with. So what's crazy is I can't even truly. I'd say the first game that I started with would probably be Pokemon Ruby.
Ruby.
I started with Ruby, and my starter was a.
The grass.
I started with a Trico, and yeah. So, but my thing was I was playing it, and you know, like once you first play,
Trico.
when you first play Pokemon, like you don't like you kind of just you're younger, so you don't really understand, or truly you're not experienced, so you don't understand. Like, okay, if you have certain Pokemon within level 30 this, level 30 that, okay, and you're getting towards
And our new special guest.
oh yeah.
Well, hey.
How you doing, Mr. Yeah.
I gotta go drop it off. When I leave, just close the doors already locked.
Yes.
But anyways, I had a Trico. Usually, like when you have Pokemon around those levels, like my Pokemon were like, so like you guys know the cave before you get to the Elite Four.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was in that cave, but like I had like my Pokemon were like level 40 something. They were like in the cave, like they weren't like at 50. Because usually want your Pokemon to be 50 or higher once you get out of that cave. But like that was my thing. Like I wasn't leveling them the right way as I should have and balanced it out.
Yeah.
And that was my problem. So like my brother started playing for me. Like I know that my first file. I played like a little bit. I got to level 20 something for my Pokemon. Then my brother started playing. Brandon started playing. He got to Elite Four. He had a level 67 Altaria. I'm like, like how the fuck did you do that?
Like most of my Pokemon be like around like 40 or something, but I have one Pokemon that I usually just focus with. So that I only have one Pokemon that's high level. Now everybody else just don't even got a chance against the whole Elite Four. And I ain't know that you couldn't revive after every fight, so I ain't bring no potions or nothing. Some up there would have their Pokemon after every battle.
No, so in Ruby, I had Sapphire, and I always remember. I was like, I would always go, and it would be right around, what is it? The dude house with the trick house, and then you would go, and then you would be under like the cycling road, and you would be May. I was not ready for her battle each and every time I was like, what happened? Because I was always under leveled. I was like, is there no way I could walk around her? Like, treat her like one of the regular trainers?
And I think people don't understand, like, being black and having Pokemon is completely different from being white and having Pokemon. And here's why I say this. Now, I won't say, actually, no, let me rephrase this. being black and not being around niggas who actually play Pokemon and not having that Game Boy Link cable was hell. Cause if you found like the uninvolved version of Metagross, you know what I'm talking about?
Methane.
Yeah,
Methane. Is that the first one?
Beldum.
No, it's Beldum first. Yeah.
I had a Beldum, right?
Yeah.
I evolved him to a Methane. You can't evolve him unless you have a certain item. You had to be linking with somebody or being able to get that item from someone else, and you need that link cord. Now you know them niggas down the street. All they do is ball and play NBA 2K3. You are not getting nothing from them. So it's like you sitting there, you like, dang, how can I get this? You're not.
You just had to deal with
You're
that.
not until you had like a DS. Like I think when you had like a DS and stuff, that's when you were able to like they have the DS cards and stuff. You can put it in. Okay, I can get like unlimited rare candies and stuff.
Y'all want to know something?
What?
Pokemon has one of the most worst. They had the worst trick ever in one of their games. I believe it was. It was Ruby. And the dude, no, it was Emerald. So the lady asked you, do you want to trade this Hunter? It was an easy Pokemon. And once you trade Hunter, you can get a Gengar. Mm-hmm. She would trade it to you, but it would be holding an Everstone. So what Everstone does is it stop you from evolving your Pokemon. So you would get the Hunter thinking it's going to evolve.
Can y'all see my comments? Yes, we can.
Oh, what's up? What happened?
Somebody just say, can we see their comments?
But it was like, just really put a big ass fuck you to my face. They got my hopes up. I was like, I'm probably gonna get a Gengar. I never get to use the Pokemon you get to trade and evolve. Bro, that was just so hard. It was like heartbreaking.
So what about you, Elijah?
What was the question again?
What game got you into gaming?
Like your first game.
That's kind of tough. Because I grew up on a Game Boy and a PS2. So I have to say my game that I grew up with gaming would have to be Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 1 on PS2. That's my all-time favorite game.
I used to love staying there. Budokai.
I couldn't play number 2 or 3 because I never could find any copies for it.
I say my favorite like game as far as like anime wise, like I say for GameCube, the major game for me was Naruto Clash of Ninja 2.
That was mine.
That was probably one of the best. Like it had the best mechanics in my opinion.
The only ones I ever played.
That was one of the best Naruto games that had like legitimate like decent mechanics. Like like you could actually learn combos. They still play competitive now. Like. And I think they did a ROM hack for Clash of Ninja or Gekuto Ninja Taisen 4, which is basically Clash of Ninja 4, and they ROM hacked it to where it's completely English. So I can play it in English. So that was one of the first ROMs I said, yeah, I need this. But yeah, like Clash of Ninja was a great series. And they had so many good games. Clash of Ninja Revolution 2. Like it had great art on the front. Like it was definitely one of those games. And sometimes I feel like, being the person that grew up with a GameCube, sometimes I was just like, it would have been nice to grow up with a PS2. Like a PlayStation. Now I'm not saying that the experience with the GameCube was just like, because it was great. GameCube gave so much. It really like cherished my childhood, most definitely. But sometimes like I wanted to see that like that PlayStation 2 screen. Sometimes I just wanted to see it like.
We got a question from the comments. Who would win in Mortal Kombat? I know the answer. I just want to know what y'all think.
Quentin, this one of your friends.
This is my sister.
I knew it. Well, not to toot my own horn, but I can fuck a couple people up with Devora. What's up? Y'all ain't seen me.
Sub-Zero is my character. Too easy. Gotta get good combos with him.
You haven't beaten me in Mortal Kombat.
We talking about 10?
I'm going to beat you in Mortal Kombat one of these days.
Mortal Kombat was
11.
11? Oh, that's easy. That's easy.
But you still didn't beat me in Mortal
I ain't trying the
Kombat.
matches.
Oh wait, I did try.
We can start a tournament whenever.
I'm down for a tournament. We need a
A money tournament though.
We need a fighting
A
tournament.
money tournament.
My money fighting a tournament at campus. I'll be dope. Like,
All
Java
right,
games.
I got you next week.
You got fighters?
You know what
I don't think I got Dragon Ball. If you got it, then we can.
I got it on my Steam account.
Okay, then we can break it in here.
Oh damn!
You know what I told Mr. Tucker because you touched it right on the nail because I was always talking. I was also talking about like a fighting game but putting money on it because it's more interesting when you put money on it. So I was talking. No, listen.
The first time we tried to do that, there was like I can't play because wasn't that many people there know how to play Mortal Kombat. So he was like, "No, you're not invited to play, but you can." Or something.
Here's the thing. So here's the crazy thing about that. So I think when it comes to like games, like fighting games like that, and putting money on it, like I ain't gonna lie, Mortal Kombat, you gonna give me a wedgie with that shit. But if it's Tekken, I promise, if you give me a Steve Fox, I'll put the fight up. And that's why I be telling folks, like, I'm a Steve Fox player. When it comes to Tekken, I can do a Steve Fox. Now, Mortal Kombat, I can do a Cabal, or I can do, what's the guy's name? Or I can do Scorpion. But also, I was also talking to Mr. Tucker, and I want to see how you feel about this, you guys. So, like the old EA big games, and doing a tournament on that. And so here's my reason for that. So like you got the old games like Blitz, you got Street, you got Def Jam, like all those old games like that.
I miss Def Jam.
Yeah,
So bad.
but you know what I'm saying? It's like, but I promise you, 95% of the niggas here can relate to that because we all had to grow up with that. So it's like when you put everybody in a barrel and you just like, okay, we're having a Def Jam tournament and we're gonna put this much money on the line. I promise this room will be filled. Silsby will be packed. And that's why I say like Silsby will be packed. So that's why I think our Throwback Thursdays are gonna be like great.
Yeah, someone asked me about that like last week about Throwback Thursdays, when was it and stuff.
I'm ready to make a flyer.
I'm telling you that people, if you had like NBA or say like NFL games or like an old school game, that's gonna be packed as hell.
It's gonna be extremely great. WWE. Yeah, here comes the pain. Oh yeah. WrestleMania X8, WrestleMania 19. Yeah. Day of Reckoning. Yes.
I was gonna say, yeah, we just like I really want to see this go down. Like if we get this on campus and everybody just show up, we can actually be running out on the underground.
Oh, God.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we kind of did last year because like we didn't have nothing to do on campus, so we was like, we gonna play poker, and we just play poker. Then we had sales be open till 10 o'clock, like 2-3 days a week.
That shit was fun as hell.
And people actually show up too. Sometimes we bring pizza and everything.
Yeah,
Be
people-
down here
It's just
chilling.
go and chill. Everybody have fun, learning a little,
So-
play games.
Right. So I'm really wondering where he's gonna put this computer at to do like I don't know if he's gonna have it upstairs out on the TV or what
Have to do which one?
for the emulation station.
Oh, that's what that one for?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Wait, could you do it on laptops in there too? or
Yeah.
no?
No, yeah.
If it's a computer, you can do
I
it.
just want to emulate a Series Rav. That's a game I never got to play on PS3.
You probably could put it on the big screens upstairs. That way we can have a group of people watching. We have players play.
But I had told him, I said, we need the OEM, like the OEM game controllers.
And we got other computers out there too, so we can put more on multiple monitors, so we can get like through tournaments or whatever faster.
Yeah.
Make it more interesting. Have people down here commentating, but we'll see what they doing up there.
Yeah.
But that's what I think Tucker asked me that. Like, did I want to be a commentator for it? But like, we can interview people for commentators and here on the podcast.
Yeah, because he definitely was just like, he was like, I still want us to do that EA Big tournament. I said, okay. Because that's like, those are like the funnest games to me. Like that, I'll go back, like the replay value of some game. And that's another thing, like games that you play like in your early years have much more replay value than the games that you play now.
Yes. Like my favorite games of all time. One of them might sound weird, but one of them is Plants vs Zombies. That's the one that might sound
That's a
weird.
good one.
But like I love that game. That's one of my favorite of all time, Plants vs Zombies. But the other one is Resident Evil 4. Out of every other, but Resident Evil is my favorite series of games. Like from the start to the finish, this is one of my favorite series. I played every one of them. But Resident Evil 4, it had the best mechanics, the best storyline, and everything. But Resident Evil 5 was good for multiplayer. But people don't like Resident Evil 5. I don't know why, but I liked it, even though whatever, everybody got their storytelling to say. But Resident Evil 4 was my favorite because of the inventory system. Like, just something that small, but that inventory system was good. It was, you can only carry a certain amount of things, but you can organize it to make it fit more or less or whatever. But Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite games. Is my favorite game of all time, other than Plants vs. Zombies.
I think one game that's newer that has much more replay value is Dark Souls. And so now keep in mind,
Dark Souls?
Dark Souls.
You know
What
what they're
about
doing about Dark
Elden Ring?
Souls?
Now listen, Elden Ring is from Software.
I know.
From Software Games. They've made Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Everything has the same damn aesthetic.
And Bloodborne.
Like literally like Dark Souls, but the reason I say that Dark Souls has the most replay value to me is the fact that I've never beaten that damn game, and I'll play it every single time. I love it, but I'll never beat it. Like, but it's something in my head, just like, okay, if I walk in here, he starts walking, like I'm finna die. So it's just like, yeah, but I love that game to death though.
I was gonna say that reminds me of like Skyrim.
Oh, Skyrim, that was one of my favorite games too. But I ain't never get to play it how I wanted to play it because I watched this one person on YouTube play it. He was like, he had different mods on here, so it was like a natural survival. So he had to eat, hunt, like he got to make sure his character warm and stuff, and he used like all this magic and stuff. He just used like bows and swords and fighting dragons and stuff. I want to do that. I thought he was. I'm just saying he ain't saying not a word through the whole series, but he was just going through. That was the most interesting thing I ever watched. And I got the game, I was like, why am I shooting fireball?
Let me tell you, when I went through Skyrim, I never had the same ending. I always died.
I ain't never finished
random
Skyrim.
ways.
Man, I never did either.
I
Like,
never went into the game.
You ever been turned to a vampire?
Huh?
Yeah.
I say in Skyrim, what was most interesting to me about that was during the time I had a HP Pavilion laptop. So I'm running Skyrim off of something that can damn near really run Skyrim off of Radeon integrated graphics. But the fact that I think another thing that you'll experience, like when you're using a computer that can't run stuff very well, it's much more interesting to play on it. I think you knew what I was about to say. Like it's much more interesting to play on a computer that is like graphically incompetent. No, I'm so serious. Like if you don't, like let's say you got like a 560 Ti or something, you're playing like you're playing like a game or like a AAA game or God of War or something. Like you're running at 27, 28 frames, but like that was my thing. Like I would love to boost it. I'd be like, okay, what can I do here? What can I do there? I would be like OEM computers and I like literally hack the bus so that it can overclock.
Oh wow.
Like I would do stuff like that.
Just like modifying stuff. Like,
Yeah.
to make sure.
I would hack the front side bus so that it would run at a higher megahertz rate so that I could overclock. Like, and it would like stuff like that was dangerous as fuck, but I would do stuff like
I was
that.
gonna say you were like, item that says it can't. You say you can't run this.
Okay, I got
You
it.
try it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I used to do stuff like that all the time, but yeah, man, like Skyrim, I never finished Skyrim. I think there was one part I was finding this old skeleton. It's like when you get out in the waterfall. Yeah, it's like at the very beginning, he got up and I just smacked him. He went straight back down. And it was just like, okay, so that's that. I think I had an overpowered weapon. I forgot what it was. It was like overpowered within the beginning of the game, but he wasn't even that. But like, I never got too far past it though. But I've always wanted to play Oblivion though.
I think the part I'm on right now in Skyrim is I just came out of the bar. I had to sneak in with some different clothes or whatever. But then all the mages in there just shooting projectiles at me. I'm like, I'm outside. How are you shooting me through the door?
Right.
After that vampire incident, I was in a random town. Like, you know, there's no set way or set thing. You can do whatever you want after you do the first little intro. I'm in the random town. Next thing you know, this one guy come pick a fight with me. And then I'm fighting the whole town now. I'm like, what's going on? And then his wife bite me, and I'm like, I didn't know this because I was just fighting people. I started walking in the sun. It's like, you're finna die in the next couple seconds if you don't get to shade. I'm like, huh? And then I can't. Because it was just like, first, some wild-ass dragon just came out of nowhere and just smacked down right on top of me. And then next thing you know, it's a bunch of magical birds just sticking on. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm not the best fit for this. But what's y'all favorite genres? Like, I'm an RGP player. Like, I love games with different lores. Golden Sun, Pokemon. I love Pokemon ROM hacks.
I like Mario ROM hack, like Mario Maker. Or the old Mario games.
That's the impossible.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do it exactly how the creator intended.
Yeah.
If you don't, But like series such as Fire Emblem, there's another series that go right along with it. It's like, it's escaping me right. Such a good game. It's about like souls and things. Like, the world basically ends, and the world of spirits is merged with the world of the living, and you have to become like the emissary of it to save the world, basically.
What console is this?
That's the thing. Everything is escaping my head.
It sounds like Dark.
Shinigami Tensei.
Oh, Shinigami Tensei.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love that series. It is so great. I want the latest one, but I don't got my PS.
What's cool about that? So Shinigami Tensei has an extremely fire ass soundtrack. Mm-hmm. They have a great soundtrack.
Oh yeah, and that too. Old games got way better music than new games.
Man, what?
It ain't even close.
Like, I was listening to the
Like
soundtrack.
the 007 Pause or something.
Right. I was listening to the soundtrack for Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit. And Burst Limit was a fighting game that came out on 360. And like the soundtrack compared to like that and Raging Blast. The soundtracks compared to, and also Budokai Tenkaichi, the soundtrack for that, Tenkaichi 2 was amazing. And Tenkaichi 3. Like the older games, like especially like on the Wii and stuff like that, like those games had extreme, like great soundtracks. Like
I was gonna say, I want to throw in Persona and Zelda. They also got great.
Twilight Princess had a beautiful
Well, this the
soundtrack.
007 one. Like, they was in here. I know they was in the studio rapping to this when they was making it.
Oh yeah, that's
The 007. Go ahead. That was one of my favorite games too.
That's a good game.
We was playing LAN. All right, so this new segment. Elijah got a freestyle.
No, I'm not about to freestyle. I don't do that.
You don't freestyle?
No, that's not me. Maybe another time. I know. Yeah, I didn't want to play soundtrack.
Nah, for real, this is Shinigami Tensei.
Everybody pulling up some songs.
But also like the Nintendo like exclusives like Mario Power Tennis and Pikmin and stuff like that. They also had like in fucking Super Mario Sunshine and shit like that. Like
they had great music.
Thought you was pulling up something.
Oh no, I'm trying to find a soundtrack
Mm.
for like me. I listen to soundtracks from like fighting games and stuff. They got good soundtracks too. I'm trying to find this one here, like this one.
What game that is?
It's from the
What game is?
Capcom versus what was it called? Capcom versus
Marvel?
SNK?
that one.
It's Capcom. That's
Yeah.
from the Wii.
Yep, this soundtrack. I think it's pretty good. I personally like it.
But also, the older Street Fighters had amazing soundtracks as well. So, like,
I ain't never gotten into Street Fighter like that.
Seriously?
yeah, I like the older ones, like 3 Third Strike, Second Impact, stuff like that. Like, you would never hear music like that now. Like, their music was just they just had great music. Just like the older.
Give me the old Halo.
Oh yeah, the Halo.
That
Halo
that
done
almost
went
started off-
down.
Halo-
Halo
honestly,
went down
the
so
soundtrack was
far
good.
from what they used to be.
For real, like, I used to love Halo, especially on my.
We used to
Which
be
Halo-
playing
which
it in the
Halo's your favorite?
classroom. We had to get past
Which Halo's your
the
favorite?
firewall and everything just to play. It was a while. It was like in middle school and high school. Like we'll bypass the firewall and everything just so we can play. Everybody in the classroom be sitting there playing Halo. against each
Like
other.
the original Halo.
Uh-huh.
Oh, have y'all ever played Halo Custom Edition? No. It's Combat Evolved, but it's Custom Edition, and they have a Halo 2 Project Cartographer Edition, which literally opens up all of these servers for Halo 2. It has full custom servers that everybody play on, like Halo 2 for Windows Vista. It's insane. So if you ever want to play that in your room, because it's pretty easy to play. So, but like. Halo 2 also had a great soundtrack. I remember that? Like, man.
It's just y'all thinking about the nostalgia, like it's
But
I'm in my room with my
that's what I'm
brothers.
saying. Like this is why I want to make games because people don't get what we had,
Yeah.
and they can't get it either unless they use emulators. And a lot of people don't know how to do that.
And then it's like, man, it's like, we're the people that know how to do it. So then people, like, they get so amazed when they're like, damn, Quentin, you know how to do this? Like, yeah. But you would think of it.
But like we would feel like everybody should know
Be able-
something at least
right.
a little about this. Like, yeah, I can play this from 30 years ago.
Y'all, when I told when I showed my brother, like, okay, so I was doing emulation, right? And I had a 2K resolution monitor. When I told you 2K resolution, all that, I was upscaling my game. He came in my room one day, and I was playing Madden 06. And he was like, he looked, he said, is that Madden? I said, yeah. He was like, Madden what? I said, Madden 06, because that's like the game we used to like butt heads on all the time. And he was just like, oh shit. He was just sitting there. And I promise, every single day, because I was working at a cell phone repair store at that point. This was like early 2021. So every single day after that, we played Madden.
How much you got paid at the cell phone repair store?
Oh, $1,300 or 2 weeks.
So $2,600 a month. That's $4K a year.
I think it's
$40K a year.
I made a good amount of money. And what's crazy was he would buy stuff for the store. So if we needed food or stuff in the store, like I didn't have to go out and, bro, like.
That's how I want to run my company because I'm gonna be making games and stuff,
Right.
like entertainment. I'm gonna try to build me my own studio eventually, but like the kind of boss or whatever I want to be is like I still want to code and stuff. I don't want to just sit back doing whatever. I still want to be actually
Right,
working on what I'm doing because
I was gonna say,
ain't nobody gonna work on it like you is.
like, most
What's
people
up?
really- you got a question for me,
JT,
Dominic?
now you just say what's up, y'all.
Oh, I was gonna say, can we talk about that for a second? I don't think people really realize the vibe in IT. We really chill. We really
you
vibe.
back.
We have fun. We talk about what we want. We can do whatever we want. Well, some people.
Well, we still gotta do our work,
We
but
do
like
our
we
work,
get to do it. Yeah,
but
do whatever
do
we
it in a
want.
chill fashion. We buy food. We go out for drinks. We have the bar after. Like, we really look out for each other in this field. It's like, so if you ain't cool with your people in IT, it's like maybe you a problem or you.
Cause I ain't never seen no mean or stuck up IT person before.
Let me tell you. So you remember when we was at Northeast, right?
Yeah.
So I was in the
Bro, come on, bro. Stop, bro.
look at it.
Come on, man.
We got a new person. So we. That's you gotta But I was in the youth apprenticeship program, and we got to work over the summer with the different people.
I'm not even doing it anymore.
I had this on the replay on the stream.
Look at his face. Look at him. He's like, bro, I ain't doing that.
We're just.
Many people were watching.
Yeah.
Okay, we good. All right. So anyway, I was in the apprenticeship program, and it really got me thinking. I'm like, I never did this. I'm working over the summer. I never went with a real IT build. Next thing you know, I get there, everybody just laid back in jeans. All right, we just gotta do this for today. Everybody get their test. Me and the other interns, we like, what do we do? We follow around our mentors, and we just telling he talking to us about like, so yeah, I did this, and now I gotta go and play my game. He pulled out a whole Game Boy system. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. Everybody bringing out their Nintendo. We playing Pokemon Go while we waiting on stuff to update.
If it's like that, then I don't have a
Like,
good time.
where y'all want to go eat for lunch? Oh, y'all tried this new place? Let's go there. It was just like, bro, is this really a job? Because like, even though there were times when we had to do a lot of heavy lifting and a lot of troubleshooting and problems like that, when you enjoy your job, it really don't seem like that much to do. Like, even here when I'm down in IT with Quentin and Scott, we just chill and we just talk.
X be being the Karen.
I do not be here to carry about that. I just come in and cause they be so bored. They just
He get an accent and everything.
Excuse me, you guys just be on your phones all day, and I just try to bring a little spice to it. You know what I'm saying? Saying about what they be doing. And I just do whatever I can, just bring a smile, and everybody else just laugh and chill. It's a good environment. Like, that's one thing a lot of other work environments don't have compared to IT. That is a great thing that I love about this field. Like, in all honesty. Except for if you work for like a tyrant company and you have to stay at a cubicle like 24/7.
I ain't never wanted to do nothing like that. I couldn't just sit in one spot all day in a box.
I
That sounds
can't.
boring.
I can't do that either. Like, I have to move around just a little bit. But my thing is, like, it has to be a balance for me. I can't be moving too little, and then I can't be moving too much. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like how they be doing you. They can't send me to 3 places at once.
Like, they be acting like I got shadow clones out here.
Yeah, out here, a whole Naruto, a whole success out here, boy. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Quentin Houston, 3 places at once. No. Like, you can send me out to do a certain couple of jobs in certain places, or if you know that one builder gonna have a lot of jobs that day, send me to work at that building. And that's another thing this school really needs is like an IT person for almost each and every building. Or area.
I feel like it's very understaffed everywhere.
Yeah. But how are y'all opinions on the school?
Just trying to get by and enjoy it.
That's not an opinion on the school.
Wait. Sorry. You said opinion on the school. I feel like we need to have more stuff going on campus. Like, there's really nothing to do on this campus. Like, a prime example, when band wasn't here this weekend, it was nothing to do. No activities going on.
No extracurricular.
Wait, hold on. Because that's not a band problem.
No. I wasn't trying to put band in. I'm just saying I'm not trying to abandon it. Like, just in general, like, the campus is just there's nothing to do. You go to your class. Well, me personally, I go to my class and go to class,
Extracurricular.
do extracurricular. I go to my room, and go to sleep. Like, there's nothing to make students want to get up and do something. Like, in my opinion, there's not.
So the band makes you want to get up and do something.
No. I like that. I didn't mean to put a band on blast like that. Band is cool. It's just that there's nothing to do on this campus.
Right.
In my opinion.
Okay.
So
Besides like the esports and anime club, but that's what I do.
you got all this time, and you still just want to go up and talk to her.
What are you talking about?
please don't. Please, we gonna podcast now. Please
Don't talk about Private Life podcast.
quick. Yeah, please don't. Please don't.
Please
no.
don't. It's don't.
No.
No.
Like okay. So next person.
Text her right now.
Next person.
Truth of that.
Next person.
Stop doing that.
We're on a whole podcast. Come on. All right. Now, what was the question? What do you feel like the school like?
What's your opinion on the school?
Yeah, what's your opinion on the school?
Well, I think everybody already really knows my opinion as far as you guys. I don't really like the school very much.
So what's gonna hit it?
Yeah, I'm not very fond of this institution, but at the same time, I'm gonna do what I can to help for whatever knowledge that I have to give. You know, Talladega, literally every time they get the opportunity to step foot into every time they get the opportunity to heal their wounds, they pour salt all over that bitch. Like it's every time. Like, you know, okay, so we paid what $28,000. If you stay in a new dorm, you're paying a max of $28,000 a year. You could go to UAB with that money. You could go to University of Alabama with that money. You could literally go to any, like if you are in-state tuition, you have in-state tuition, you can go to any school, like in any school, and they would either match you on that money or it will be a little bit lower. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. In what way, and why would I pay $28,000 a year and you tell me that I cannot have visitors? You telling me I can't have a visitor come in on my twin bed that y'all got from Amazon?
I feel like
What the hell is university sleep? What the hell is university sleep? What is that? It sounds like some bullshit.
It is.
Sounds like some bullshit.
I feel like it's very underdeveloped.
It's completely underdeveloped.
We too far into the past.
We like too far, y'all.
We just got direct deposit.
Y'all, like we just got direct deposit this year. Like this school is five.
First of all, we grown people. Why you can't have visitors? Most of these people got babies, and they can't have somebody in their room. Like,
You can't let the baby daddy in. The baby daddy can't even come see you. That's crazy. And the baby's in the room with her.
like what?
Come on.
I didn't have curfew when I was 7.
That's what I'm saying.
I seen this girl on TikTok, and I'm finna delete that shit. But I seen this girl on TikTok, and she was at Prairie View A&M University, and she told her folks, she said, "Y'all cannot cook right. Y'all not cooking your stuff right. I'm done." Like she basically saying how she was done with school for whatever reason. Tell me why she does this while in front of their Chick-fil-A restaurant that they have on campus.
Yeah. They got a Chick-fil-A restaurant.
I wish I could do that. I wish I could just stand up in front of our Chick-fil-A.
Made up restaurant.
You know what I'm saying? The BRB. Be right back?
Be right.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Be right burger?
Yeah, back in like an hour and a half.
I ain't never heard of you before.
Big rebellious bullshit. That's what it is. Like, I can't stand this. Like, honestly. And then we pay all this money. The administration is flawed. We got people who can't be on one accord. We have people who have money and they're unsure whether they want to give the money here or give the money there because they don't know what's going to go on with it and they don't know what it's doing when they damn near don't even know how the fuck they even got their own bachelor's degree. Like, come on now.
But I do feel like the school getting better with us here. Like, specifically us and Tucker. Like, I feel like it's getting better with us as we making stuff happen.
It's changing
but
department by department.
But it's still hard, though, because people want money but don't want to give it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people want money but don't want to give it. You spent all that money on that museum. All that money. All the money was spent on a museum to collect fucking dust. To collect dust. Like, y'all, and that's
To sit down and have a chat. They were supposed to even have like I think a coffee place.
What the hell?
They never even finished to put in the walls up.
What
y'all, this is what I say every time. Like, we as black folks, we deal with parents, teachers, we deal with all of these older individuals that come from a certain generation that do not know how to operate them damn selves. Like, we as a generation are having to make certain changes within our family structure, or within our structure that we want for our families or that we want for our people. We're having to make certain sacrifices and get rid of certain people in our lives. Like, we have what this administration, like, look, Mr. This or Dr. This, like, whoever they want to call themselves or whatever they earned, like, for their for their education, it's like, okay, cool, but like, what are you doing? So, and they have this mentality, okay, like, y'all are still children. We're not children. We're once I turned 18 years old, I could be they could put me behind bars with grown ass man. I'm not finna sit here and not have visitation because you feel as if we're children. No. And then they made the excuse that, oh, okay, like, well, y'all don't have good grades, so why should we give y'all visitation? Whose mother are you? Like, you're not my daddy, you're not my mama. Like, I'm very confused as to why you think you are somebody's parental guardian. You are not paying any bills, you're not paying my bills, you're not doing any of that. But all it does is reflect to other families and black families that the shit is okay. Like, we literally, like, black people literally live under this complex of, oh, okay, so, like, I'm going to treat you like a child as if you're my own child. Like, no. Like, oh, okay, like, I'm going to have this control over you just because, like, we're in a black environment. Even though you pay your money, you're still at HBCU. I can take that and take my black ass to a PWI, and I will have much better results. So it's like, because...
And then there you are.
Right, and there... No, but listen, you have black spaces at PWIs because black people go there. So you can deal with real life events and still be in a black space. I'm not sitting here shitting on HBCUs. That's not what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is that, like, it's not healthy and it does not work. It's like every time we try to constructively criticize black people or black organizations or a black institution, it's seen as like, oh, okay, like it's black slander. Like, yeah, he's talking shit. Like, he doesn't like black people.
He's not one of the bros.
Right. He's not one of the brothers. Like, y'all literally just had Talladega City Police come on campus and kick our cues off the rock.
They did?
Yes.
They did?
Just now?
Why?
No, remember the Pretty Nasty party?
That was
You remember that Pretty Nasty party? The 16th. It was on the 16th. It just happened. I promise. Those police came on campus. The white guy Campo, the aggressive little leprechaun. Yeah, he came over there, and I promise you, he was like, I smell weed, man. I just think I smell weed. I smell weed and I found some. I don't think he found any because it's like usually, I mean, if you walk past somebody, they're going to smell like, if they smell like a blunt, they probably just got done smoking it. So that doesn't mean you found it. So it's like, of course you're going to smell somebody. So then it goes off a stereotype of, oh, okay, like he automatically smoking weed somewhere because he's black. And then that creates a narrative. And then he's going to feel like he can do that shit all the time. It probably does. That's probably why a lot of shit got shut down. But then, he was just like, yeah, like if I smell it again, I'm going to have to get police. So people started to like pimp out of their cars on the, a little place by Swain, the parking lot by Swain. He called city police. City police got down there, and city police literally walked their ass on campus and kicked the queues out of that area. I cannot make this shit up.
No.
That's not.
You can't do that. But listen,
It's like the cues are the cues. What the students do or what the students do, but this is a lot of confusion. You can't blame them for what the other students do.
Here's my problem though. Regardless of what happened, this is supposed to be apparently sacred space for black people. So when it becomes an unsacred space and that we have no privileges here and that we can't feel that we're safe here because it's an all black space, that no one else is going to interfere, because you just really had white Republican police officers come in and say, hey, y'all gotta go, offer their own shit, and then they probably walked on it not knowing that they could not walk on it. So then does that really make you an HBCU if you can't hold that down?
But then again, HBCUs have been having this problem, especially. Look where we're located. We're located in Talladega, Alabama. It's been a problem between the between them and us.
Right, but
the school in the town, we already have that history of going back and forth. The school don't like in the town not like in the school. Remember, they burned this place down a couple of times.
right. But here's my thing though. We're now at a time where they cannot do that, and here's why I say that. We're in 2020.
Still call the police on us and stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna let you go, but
We won't even be doing that.
look at the big wigs in the school. They're not even caught up with the times. So if they're not even caught up with the times, and look at the town, you can see that this town is still a couple ways off from
Still, that's underdeveloped too.
the last decade.
Right. And I understand it, but what I have a problem is the fact that when Billy C was here, wasn't nobody coming through the campus like that. Wasn't no police coming through the campus like that. Y'all can agree on that. He cut that road off. No police were coming through the campus like that. At least city police. We had Campo, and that's it. There was a point in time he did not want people coming through the campus, like citywide police coming through the campus. Now we have a new president, no structure's been put, and then we have city police coming through the campus, and whenever they hear something, they like, no. I just feel like that shouldn't be. I feel like, yeah, you can have hella as much campus police as you want to, but it's like when it comes to actual police, like they need to stay their ass out. And so it's just like, cause you like, and that's my thing with administration and like recruiters. They'll be like, yeah, you're at HBCU, you got to take a place. Like you can talk to your professors, you can do this, you can do that. Regardless, I'm sorry, but once you get in the real world, like your HBCU is not the real world. You're gonna have different experiences because you're gonna have to be diversified and be in different environments to be able to understand people and their perspectives and how to navigate. You can't do that at HBCU because it's all black folks. You are niggas 24/7, and I'm not saying that's bad, but what I'm saying is like you don't have that sense of diversity. You don't have that sense of being able to navigate. Like we're gonna have to deal with real world stuff. Like there are gonna be times if you go to grad school, you're gonna have to turn that work in. You're not gonna get no extensions. You're not gonna.
Your professor be like, hey man,
you can't talk to your professor, right? So my thing is, what I had rather had done that at a PWI and had already gotten that down hand, or what I want to do that at HBCU where they literally give you like, where they might give you a handout, or they might, you know what I'm saying, or they might give you chance after chance. Like that's not gonna happen in the real world. So now we're conditioned to the point where when we graduate, it's like, oh okay, like I feel like I can do this, or I'm programmed to do this. So then you fuck up long term. You know what I'm saying? And then you have these institutions and these companies looking at the HBCUs like, oh, okay, like you have Microsoft and stuff, like they're looking at HBCUs and they're trying to expand. But it's like, if we're not high quality and giving the students the quality, then it's just like, okay, so where does that put us when I'm feeling like I'm in their corporate headquarters, or I'm somewhere making them look assy. You know what I'm saying? They look like they ass. Like they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" We never gonna hire again. Like, but it's like now it's off of diversity, but it's like we got to be there to really step our game up. And I'm not saying no one can step the game up, but it's like our HBCU, like we damn near barely have any dormitories. Everybody is relying on staying on a new dorm right now. Why is that happening? Foster Hall could have been rebuilt. We're not gonna talk about that.
A lot of. There's a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to dormitories. There's a lot of things that could have been done to this.
Right,
like we talking about
build new buildings, but
right
functioning
right.
Buildings.
I'm gonna say in the new buildings themselves are crumbling.
Right, crumbling like mildew, like whatever bullshit, like roaches coming in that bitch.
I've seen too many roaches in Crawford.
Shouldn't be happening right now.
That's what I'm saying, and it's like people like I'm trying to tell folks like this school has money. Talladega is not broke, but they might be broke, but they have the money to fix the problems that we have,
and they got resources.
And they have the resources to do it. I promise. Look, Foster could have been rebuilt. How you lose $8 million? But we're gonna leave that for another day. Yeah, we're gonna leave that for another day. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are things you want because you want to build the school to be even bigger. So you can't build the school to be bigger if you sit here making, doing bullshit 24/7. And it's like nobody wants to tell them that. Like they don't give a fuck. They kind of just there to be there. Like a lot of people are just there to be there. They're there to say they have a position and have a elitist mentality.
And get their job and their elitist mentality.
Right. And they little bonuses.
That's my purpose. Where they are getting this little bonus from?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's coming out of. I feel like
They
it's.
said at the magnet thing.
I feel like that's like, wait, what? What? Hold on.
How long, y'all? We'll save it for another little.
Okay, that'll be next time.
I can say that'll be next time. But there's a lot of things that we do to bring money into the school, and a lot of things.
And the things we doing can help bring money
that
too.
students are
Students can bring
and
money.
then they have legacies, the alumni. They're bringing in money, but where do we see this money being used at? Where do we see the improvements at? Where do we see the complaints of the students being met, acquired, and actually dealt with? There isn't nobody. And then we have people with like mindsets such as Mr. Tucker. He'll be like, okay, you know what y'all doing? We try to voice our opinions. When we had the thing with Miss Long last year.
Oh, that shit was horrible.
Miss Long literally scared. She terrified those students when she said, she told that girl, she said, the girl asked, she said, would you ask your daughter if you would you want your daughter to come to this institution? She said, well, no, that's enough. That's enough said. Like, that's bad. You don't do that.
And it's like, if all this stuff is being attributed to the school, where is it going? Who's it going to? How are y'all using this money? Y'all don't give us no clear explanation. It's gonna cause for speculation.
And this is where I come in and I say this is all like this is the whole perspective. Like everything within this circle is bullshit. Here's why I say this. They will tell us all the time, oh, these white schools, you don't think they steal money, you don't think they do this, they don't do that. Okay, but it's not affecting me. It's not affecting me. My dormitory has a nice ass toilet with a nice ass bed. Like I went to AUM, their shit is huge. They're like all their stuff is huge. John Roberts might be embezzling money, but it's not affecting me. Okay, like
You got all your stuff.
like Sarah Griffin that works at Georgia Southern is not affecting me. If there is one, whoever works in administration at Georgia Southern, it would not be affecting me. Like we're at Talladega where y'all's money affects us. It's tuition based. Like, and it's like there's this idea that black folks can do no wrong. No, they in there doing us wrong as hell.
They
Like-
look, we're in the middle of a big change. We done went from Billy to Lisa to now Mr. Hopkins. Come on, you guys. You just gotta work with us. We're
like
just trying to get
excuses.
everything done. And the infrastructure, I'm pretty sure if you went anywhere else and they were going through the same thing, it'll be just as bad. It'll probably be even worse.
Lies.
But what I'm trying to tell you is we're doing our best here at Talladega. But why are you saying I'm lying? We literally just gave you guys a new door.
Yeah, that was like 3-4 years ago, right?
We should have had one. Talladega should have had 3-4 new doors by now. There is in no way, shape, or form should that be any type of argument. That's like
Like they put a field that they don't even use. Like, bro,
We gave you guys a new museum and nobody barely goes there.
nobody wanted a museum.
Did you ask people did they want the music?
But listen, y'all, I promise. It's like with black folks, it's like, okay, so if I didn't tell you that I wanted it, why are you giving it to me? Like you did.
Like
that,
they expect you to be grateful for something they just making up.
But listen. That's a problem in our community though. Like these parents and stuff, they want you to be happy because they're happy that they're happy for themselves that they got it for you. They're not happy that whether you like it or not. They're happy for themselves that they did it for you. They don't even care about the fact of whether you like it or not. Or actually, no, they do, but it's like they want you to be like, oh, like they want you to say you like it.
Yeah.
Why would I lie to you? This is shit.
I mean, does anybody even go to that museum? No.
Probably like once a year.
Once they got like a big.
Once every quarter or something like
Yeah,
that.
nobody really goes to that museum. That's just wasting money.
Unless they trying to invite people for a meeting or look, like they invite people for tours. Oh, like we got a new building right here.
Yeah,
Come
and
look at the inside.
You guys ever heard of the almost side? Let me tell you guys, it's the most famous mural stuff what our school is known for. It costs what, $100 billion something to retain and make.
And then they're just like, oh, really? Then they look at the trash ass campus. They're like, oh,
wow.
spent
What else you got?
$2 million.
That's a lot of
Y'all
money.
still have
What?
community bathrooms?
Right. Y'all still have bathrooms with no damn fucking what's it called? The shower, the cover, the shower curtain.
Yeah, currently, something like that.
Butt ass naked in Senior Grove.
Bruh.
Then you got niggas that be weird and creepy, be looking through like no.
What the fuck?
Yes, that's happened. I had somebody. Man, never mind.
Wait,
Never mind.
say it. This ain't not say it.
No. Listen. So we had like so somebody had slipped like a
It's probably
note.
because of the peck popping.
Yo, wait. Let him finish.
Make them nervous.
Fuck you, quick.
Yeah, wait.
No, but listen, I was in the Grove. Like we stayed in the Grove, and so I stayed in the Grove my freshman year.
Oh damn.
And so somebody had slipped a note under my door, and I think I probably have an idea what that shit said.
I don't.
They were like, they were just like gargle. yeah, y'all get it.
Yes.
Yeah, I said, bro, I said, yeah.
Knowledge.
I said, yeah, let me just like stay in my room forever. but no, like that literally happened. Like,
Man, I heard so many different stuff about shit
Man,
that people did
there's
in this
like-
campus. I heard so many different stuff about people what they did here, and that was crazy. It's crazy.
Stories a lot. What you heard?
I don't want to say.
no, but listen, like, but that's all I'm saying though. So like, y'all have all this money to be like, okay, like, you know, like we're gonna go and build a museum and we're gonna go and do this. Like, build what needs to be built. Build the necessities. Like, living in a nice dormitory is a necessity. Like, why do you have people trying to?
Is this all y'all got? Like, first of all, y'all buildings look older than the school at this point. But I was like, Then so I stay like 20 minutes away from the school, 20 plus minutes away
What do
now.
you stay at?
In Riverside,
Riverside.
over there by Pell City.
Oh yeah, you gotta
'Cause
stay.
it's better stuff over there because in Talladega,
Yeah, you gotta stay by Pell City or Sylacauga.
like the house be the size of this room.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
It'd be that
Because I
small.
went to look at a house and it was like, why is the living room the size of this table?
Oh damn.
But have y'all seen the ones that the school owns?
The one.
Like,
I didn't even try to look for those.
So-
I was like,
you know, the school
The blue
owns
ones?
the ones up there. I forgot the name of it. In the
the ones right behind.
Behind the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, right behind, next to the police station. That's roach. Oh wait, not the ones where, you know who. I'm talking about the brown ones, right by the police station on that corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's the roach.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They got roaches.
Y'all,
Damn,
see,
roaches.
y'all ever seen this one scene in Family Guy? Something had went off and it scared all the roaches out of his house. He was like,
Oh yeah, I
wow.
know what you're talking about.
Like them roaches were made up 70% of the structure of this house. Is that what's
And
happening
then-
down there? That place would be crumbling. I kid you not. And it's just like, this is what y'all offer y'all students.
That's crazy.
Is this what y'all think you're worth?
That's what I'm saying. That's my thing. That is my thing. So like, for some reason, like black people have this thing where they have this thing where like they have like the audacity to do certain shit. Our audacity is at an all-time high when it comes to each other. Like, in no way, shape, or form should anybody be staying in any type of housing like that. And I'm sorry, but if you have housing like that, you need to leave. And like, people will come here and they'll be like, oh, okay, like what's going on? And people will just like, we have the wrong people juicing people up. Like, recruitment, like we're recruiting folks, but it's like, okay, what are we doing for like what are we doing? Like, what are we gonna do to make sure like they're comfortable? Like, I had to recruit my sophomore year. I had to recruit somebody. That is probably the worst experience that I've ever had, because knowing damn well I didn't want to be here, I had to recruit somebody to give them a reason to be here, and I couldn't even do it. And she left like the semester after. Like, that is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, that is embarrassing.
I recruited somebody. She left that same week.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Oh!
Their parents came up and got them and everything.
Wait, you gotta tell us about this.
No, it was just one of my friends. I was trying to help them get into school. I was like, might as well come here. You're gonna be with me, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
introduce
like-
you to my friends and stuff. But like, I don't know what happened, but she was talking to her parents and stuff. She left that exact same week, like 2 days later.
Damn.
So where's she at now?
Back in Atlanta, I think.
I said she going to school over there.
Oh no, she a truck driver now.
She said, yeah.
Like, nah, I'm good. But anyways, we're gonna wrap this up for today. We were supposed to do this at the start, but I guess we can finish it off. If you come, you have to say either a pickup line or like a quote. So I'm gonna just do a quote for today. Mine's gonna be "Nut up or shut up" from Zombieland. So yeah. Or a good pickup line, some kind of dad joke or something.
Okay. You go ahead, X.
Wait. Brian, I feel like this should be easy for you. All you gotta do is thumb.
Okay.
All right, a quote. From my favoriteest book. Shut the fuck up or do your damn job and stop fucking complaining.
That was in the book.
Yeah.
Elijah. He looking it up.
Yes, I'm looking at it.
He looking it up.
Are you a bank loan? Because you have my interest.
That's a pickup line right there. That's a.
You said a pickup line, so I was going right there.
Okay, truth or dare. I dare you to go.
Stop.
True?
Okay.
No.
And here's my quote. Nothing worse than being strong but not strong enough.
Yeah, you did right though.
Okay, I wanted to be sure.
You should go use that. See if it works.
No, but honestly, yeah. So that's that, guys. I'm glad being on this podcast.
All right, it was nice having y'all on here.
Definitely. Very enjoyed this
See y'all again
podcast.
next week.
Yeah, next week we're doing it again.
This ain't the last time y'all see
And if any of y'all want to be on the podcast, just message me or X or somebody on Instagram.
or if y'all
Or,
want to
well,
Or
I don't
me.
know how you going to message X. He don't got no social media.
I mean, they could.
Message him on Twitter. Post some naked pictures in front of FAMU or something.
I've been saying it'll be under trending, so I'll most definitely see it. But
Wait, did they pull her degree or no?
I'm not sure. I think they're still working on it, but there were a lot of people talking about pulling her degree, and then I know she said if they try to take my degree, I know at least 3 professors that's going down with me. So if they gonna sell us shit, think of shit. Oh, do you guys have any handles that y'all want anybody?
Oh, yeah. Y'all promote yourself right quick.
Well, let's see. I can give out my Instagram, I guess.
Anyways, y'all make sure y'all check out my website, thesnzent.com. You go buy you some merch.
And get the board game.
Oh, yeah, I also have a board game, 2 of them. So go get those too. And the YouTube, what y'all on right now.
Ali trying to pull up.
Oh, well, y'all can follow me at _Elijah __. It's with an A instead of an E. And that's just my page. And I want to start streaming on Twitch. So I'll be streaming later this year, probably.
And mine's is Fusion Snails on Instagram.
And Mr. Chessman himself.
Oh, I don't have any social media.
Seriously?
No, I don't have any social media.
I was gonna say so.
I need to be like that.
You better come find him in person. Y'all.
No, I'm good.
He an Alabama boy. Yeah. Go ahead, y'all. All right.
All right.